Hello, good evening, everyone, and welcome to class. Welcome to another live session with Faith Timba. Ijoma, I can see you already here waiting. You're welcome. Definitely. Today is going to be a success. Today is definitely going to be a success. We thank God that the network is not disturbing today. So the live session is going to be a very smooth one. You're all welcome. Please, you can hear me say something in the comment section so I know you're with me. Today we are looking at 5 different topics, and I really can't wait to share with us the lessons because there are a lot for us to learn today. We have a lot to learn today. We'll be learning emotional triggers, sales secrets, how to make irresistible offers, how to close deals, how to follow up our clients, what we should do and what we should not do, and how to retain our clients. So we really have a lot to learn. Welcome, Ijoma. I see you. Anita Doris, I'm so excited you're here. You're welcome. Please tell them in class that we are live so they can start joining. Chime, I see you, Chime. Welcome. If you can hear me, please say something in the comment section so I can know you can hear me clearly. Okay. So if you can hear me, say you can hear me. So I'll know this is working. Okay. Can you hear me? Please, if you can hear me, if you can hear me, say something in the comment section. We are starting right away and we are not wasting further time. Okay. So I'm really excited that we are here today and the network is very um smooth tonight. So we are really going to have quality time to learn, to interact, and to ask questions. So, okay, Anita says she can hear me. Ijoma says she can hear me. Okay, that's beautiful. You're all welcome. You are all welcome. All right, so today we are looking at 5 different topics, and just like I said, we missed last week classes, so we are combining last week class to this class, and that is why we have a lot to learn. So first and foremost, we are going to be looking at emotional triggers of selling. Then we'll talk about the sales secrets, okay? Sales secrets. Then we'll look at how to make irresistible offers. And I really want us to pay attention to that part because every just like I told us, one of the major components of a copy is an offer, okay? So copies contain offer or offers, depending on what exactly you are trying to sell and what strategy you want to employ. So offers are very important. So I want to pay attention when we get to that part. So we are talking about irresistible offers because it's going to help you know how to make your offer even in your copy as a copywriter. I see you, Halima. You're welcome. You're welcome. Then that is the third thing we are going to look at. The fourth thing we are going to be discussing is how to close deals. Okay. You're going to learn how to close deals. Many of us find it difficult to close deals. We get our clients, we get people that want to patronize us, but along the way, they begin to, give us cold feet. They begin to have cold feet. And so they finally end up not paying for the product. But today I'm going to be teaching us how we can convince people, how we can get clients and also close deals and make sure they pay, they bring out money and pay. So we are going to be discussing that. Then we're going to be discussing how to follow up your clients. Those that say I'll get back to you, those that said okay, I'll give you a call later, or please remind me tomorrow, or those that just ask questions and then they go mute. How would you be able to follow these ones to make sure that they end up buying your product? That is what we are going to be looking at. Then number 5, we are going to be discussing how to retain our clients. You have a client already that has patronized you. How would you retain this client to make sure that they come back to patronize you? I mean, it will be beautiful that you have a client and then that client keeps on patronizing you every single week or every single month or every single year, or consistently they keep patronizing you. So we are going to learn how we can retain our clients, and I'm going to make it an interactive class, so do well to stay till the end of this class, answer questions, be participate. Okay, participate actively. You just might probably win something at the long run. You just might, because I'm going to be asking lots of questions today to make sure that we are following. Okay, so participate actively, and make sure that you are replying and responding in the comment section. Always have your phone handy to type very fast, because we might also do fastest finger at some point. So we are going to be kicking off right away without further ado. All right, so first we are looking at emotional triggers, and there are 9 emotional triggers that, sorry, 10 emotional triggers that I'm going to be sharing with us. Okay, so there are 10 emotional triggers that I will be sharing with us, and these are things that you must apply when you're writing a copy. Remember that I taught us that people buy out of emotion, right? And justify with words. I want to hear the answer in the comment section. People buy with emotion and justify with words. Let me hear you in the comment section say something, okay? Let me know if we remember what I told us. People buy with emotion and justify with words. I want to hear us in the comment section say something, okay? Good evening, Chinyere. I see you, goodness. You're welcome. You are most welcome. You are most welcome. All right. So I want to hear a comment in the comment section. People buy based on emotion. People buy with emotion and justify with words. I want to hear the answer on the comment section. Okay. I want to hear the answer on the comment section. Let's go. So we are looking at 10 different emotional triggers that. Welcome, Oluchi. I see you. You're most welcome. Glad you are here. Okay. You're welcome. All right. So there's a question that is open for answering. And the question is, people buy with emotion and justify with what? I want to hear our responses in the comment section. I want to hear the answer in the comment section. Let me see those that still remember what we've been teaching. People buy with emotion and justify with words. Okay, so we are looking at 5 different topics, and we are starting with 10 emotional triggers. Okay, 10 emotional triggers of selling. These are things that are going to help you when you're selling. Okay, in our last class we talked about marketing. Okay, I introduced marketing to us and shared with us what marketing is all about and what it entails. Okay, what is involved in marketing, and I broke down towards the definition of marketing. I really hope that we still remember that. For those of us that were not in our class, sorry, we might not have all the time to go back to that class again, but you can do well to join our WhatsApp class by registering for the copywriting class. Okay, so we've talked about what marketing is about, and today we are just going to look at the intricts of marketing. How are we going to sell effectively to people, whether you have a business or you have a YouTube channel that you want to, attract traffic and get people to view, or whether you have a social media that you want to grow, a social media account that you want to grow. All these principles that we are discussing applies to it. Okay, it applies to every single thing you're doing, whether you're a social media influencer, whether you want to grow your social media platforms or grow your channel, gain more traffic. As long as you are in need of bringing people to a particular place or to buy your product, then you definitely need every single thing that we are going to be sharing. Okay, so do well to pay attention. So we are talking about, okay, Anita said justify with words. Okay, she doesn't understand the question. Okay, I guess I have not mentioned it as often as I mentioned it in my GCC 101 class, because everybody in GCC 1 class knows this statement. So I guess I will just have to keep repeating it. I will repeat it again in this GCO class, so that they get to know and have this words, have this phrase, have this sentence at the tip of your finger. Okay, so people buy with, sorry, I'm trying to do some things with my phone. Okay, so people buy with emotion and then justify with logic. Okay, never forget this phrase. People buy with emotion and justify with logic. So people buy because you touched a part of their emotional aspect. Okay, and then they will justify it based on what? Based on logic. So I can buy because I'm emotional, or you actually appeal to my emotion, but then I'll now justify what I've bought. Say, okay, I think this is correct and I think I made the right decision. But I will logically, yes, you're right. People buy with, okay, no, people buy with emotions and justify with logic. Okay, logic, that is the word. People buy with emotion and justify with logic. because I will buy because I'm emotional, or you touched an emotional part of me, which we are still going to talk about those 10 different emotional triggers. And then in my mind, I will then justify by saying that, oh, yes, I think I made the right decision. I think I bought this. I think I spent wisely. I'll just logically support the decision I made. Okay. I'll just logically support the decision I made. So that is how people function. So that is why it is good that you know the 10 emotional triggers that you can use to provoke people's mind or convince people to buy a particular product. Welcome, James. You can see you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us as well. Okay. Okay, Choma, we can see you. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. So 10 emotional triggers that people use that you can use when writing a copy or when making a sale. Number one, fear. Okay. Fear is an emotional trigger that makes people buy a product. Fear is an emotional trigger that makes people buy a product. Now, why do I say fear? People are always afraid of stuff, okay? Either afraid to die, or afraid of the unknown, or afraid of missing out of an offer. For example, you say, in the next 2 days, I am doing a promo and the price is going to crash down from 15,000 naira to 5,000 naira. Only the first 10% that purchase this product is going to buy it at 5,000 naira. The rest is going to buy it at its original price, 15,000 naira. Now, if you put it that way, people out, they wouldn't want to miss out from that promo. So it will put a little pressure in them, is to put pressure in them to go and get the money and buy the product, because they don't want to miss out from that slash. Okay, so imagine saving 10,000 naira and you're just paying 5,000 naira at this point to buy this product that other people are going to spend 15,000 naira. That's extra 10,000, is a whole lot that people will not just want to spend like that. They would want to save it. So that is why people would always what buy. They will be afraid of missing out of that offer and to convince them to buy. Okay, so people also buy out of fear of the unknown or fear of death. For example, you're trying to sell a health product and you're telling them how the problem they have could, okay, what is that going to do in them and push them to actually take care of this. I want to be take care of myself. People can be protect of man, which is what's fear. Okay, so people are also afraid of going or do this not for them to make sales or do to be propelling. It's going to attract the attention. I mean, who doesn't want more cash or more source of income? Okay, to buying the product. If someone said the audio is poor, can I be heard? Can I be heard clearly? If you can hear me, please say something in the comment section so I'll be sure that you can hear me clearly. Okay. Can I be heard? Can you hear me better now? People are complaining that they can't really hear me so well. Can you hear me better now? If you can hear me, please say something on the comment section so I know you're with me. Okay. So can you hear me clearly? Like, is the audio better now? Okay. Is the audio better now? Okay, please say she can hear me. Enter say she can hear me. Okay. I think the audio should be better now. Okay. So please, if it gets bad at any point, still let me know so I would try to work on it. Either remove the mic or try to fix the mic again. Okay. Okay. So I can be heard. That's beautiful. All right. So we are looking at emotional triggers and we've talked about fear. People are always afraid. So you can always use that aspect of the trigger to sell when you're writing a copy. Okay. convince them, make them see the bad things that are going to happen to them if they don't have your product. Okay, make them see how they are going to miss out from that sale if you don't buy your product. Make them see how the price is never going to come down to what it is at this moment if they don't buy your product at this point. Okay, so that is really going to propel them, that's going to convince them to purchase the product. All right, so next emotional trigger is the desire to be known. Okay, the desire to be known and recognized. So people always want to be known. For example, why would someone spend so much money to buy an iPhone when the person does not even need the camera, the person is not a YouTuber, the person does not frequently use the camera, or does not frequently use the camera, or does not have any special spend a whole lot of money to have an iPhone. Why? It's because of what? Prestige. Okay, they want to feel among, they want to feel like they have something that every other person does not have. They want to feel like they are on top of every other person. I mean, it's just prestige and brand, and just wanting to be known and recognized as a rich person, a wealthy person. So people can actually buy products based on that. So that is why sometimes you use things like premium, you use things like premium package, first class package, exclusive class. So people that feel that these are for some people, for a class, for a particular class, would be willing to register for that class or buy that product. Okay, so you can inculcate this when you get your target audience and know that, okay, those I want to target are those in high places, those that are rich and wealthy, those that they have the money definitely, those that be willing to pull out the money, those that want prestige, those that want to be known, those that want to stand out, people that like competition, they always want to be on top or own the latest thing. Then you should try to touch this aspect of their emotion, which is what? The area of prestige, the desire to be known. So you make sure you include that in your copy. Assuming you're using storytelling in your copy, you can paint a picture. Imagine that you came in for the end of the year party, and on stepping in, you're coming in with, you describe what the fashion you're selling is like. So you paint that picture in their head and they are seeing the distinction between them in the party and every other person that is present in that party. Trust me, just by doing that, you're going to convince them to buy a product. And they're not buying just a product, they are buying your story. People don't buy products basically, they buy a story, they buy a fact, they buy brands. Why would someone want to buy a handbag? I mean, handbags are for carrying things. And you leave a handbag of 5,000 naira that is so beautiful and choose to buy a handbag of 50,000 naira, the same size, I mean, the same size, possibly the same color, but the difference is what? Brand. Okay, so people feel good that I purchased Gucci products, or I purchased I purchased a product from a particular brand. You know that feeling, but I believe you know that feeling that you own, you can boldly showcase it anywhere you go. That's exactly why they spent that money. They didn't spend it because they want to have a bag alone. They spent it because they want to have and own a brand. Okay, so people can pay for Gucci products that is more expensive or very, very expensive, and leave a very cheap product that is doing the same thing. Okay, people will leave Samsung phone that will still give you the same quality of picture, or and go for an iPhone. Okay, people would leave something of lower quality or that has no known brand, and go for a product that is well branded. Why? Because of what? Prestige. So you can use that alone to sell your product. Okay. Now, number three, the third emotional trigger you can use is love. Okay. Good. I see your comments on the comment section. I like the live here. Thank you so much. I can see us. If there's anything I say that you understood or you get, or you feel makes sense to you and you really connect, you really understand, then drop it on the comment section. Okay, I want to be receiving some live here. I see you, Favor, you're welcome. Okay, so number three is what? Love. So imagine that you are selling, okay, my sincere apology for that. So imagine that you are selling, let's say, you're selling baby products. Okay, let's say you're selling baby products. Okay, and a mother comes to buy that product. You won't just leave the mother say, this is for your baby, this is for your baby, you can buy. Imagine painting a picture in that mom's mind that your baby at so and so age might start rolling down, rolling around in the bed. But with this material or with this bed, even in your absence, do it for the love of your child, because you don't want your child to fall down. You don't want your child to have an injury. You don't want your child to, grow up with any defect. You are psychologically tampering with that aspect of man that has to do with love. So the mother will buy the product because he or she loves the child and will want something good for the child. Okay, we want something good for the child. So we've talked about fear. That's number one. Ijoma, you're asking. Number one is fear. That's the first emotional trigger. Number two emotional trigger is desire to be known or prestige. Desire to be known or prestige. It means the same thing. Okay. Now, number three emotional trigger is what? Love. Which is what I'm talking about. So you can include that in your copy. Oh, do this for the love of your child. Buy these products to show, or probably things like birthdays. Okay, birthdays. Imagine you come, people are always thinking of what to buy on birthdays for people. I remember how I was trying to crack my brain to think of what to buy for my parents on their birthday. I mean, people celebrate year in, year out. Okay, in fact, every single day people are celebrating. So imagine that you have a package that is tagged birthday package or Valentine gifts, or people use that a lot. So on Valentine, they put together different gifts and put in a box and say, buy this gift for your loved one, wish them happy birthday or happy Valentine's Day, or as a wedding gift or Lover's Day or whatever. So you've saved people the stress of having to think out what to buy on those special days. So it's really going to pull. I mean, people are lazy to think that. I mean, people are also too busy to actually think about how to go to markets from one place to another. It's only those that are trying to save money, maybe ladies that want to go to the market and go and price the things very, very well. But most people would find it easy for you to just deliver the product to their house all the time. So you can actually use love as an emotional trigger to sell a product. Remember that I said that people buy out of what? Emotion and justify with logic. So they get to buy because you put some level of emotions in them. Okay, stories that actually get to people are emotional stories. You feel, oh my god, oh wow, is that what happened? Stories always have a way of getting to people and convincing them to take action. So you can employ that in your copy, or when you're writing your social media posts, or when you're writing anything at all to sell. Okay, you can employ that. Okay, I really hope you can hear me very well. Okay, so I said number one, fear. Number two, desire to be known and recognized or prestige. Okay, then number three, you have love. Okay, emotional trigger of love. Now, the fifth emotional trigger is self improvement. Okay, these are for those that want to sell things like courses, training, or books, ebooks. If you write an ebook, you can use this emotional trigger. Okay, tell someone, a person, how you were less developed. Okay, the issues you had with yourself. I didn't even understand myself. I wasn't even able to communicate with people. I wasn't able to stand in front of a public and talk. But after I took a particular course, or after I read a particular book, it changed my mindset. I became a better person. I could have proper relation and interaction with people. You just paint that wonderful picture in their mind and then tell them, buy this ebook because it's going to help you learn how to wake up, how to discipline yourself, how to be a leader, how to be consistent. It's going to give you this and that. And you're painting that picture of self-development, that they're going to be a better person after reading that book. Then it's definitely going to get to them. Okay, so this works all the time. If you're studying an ebook, if you want to go the training, you can employ this self-improvement part. Just make sure that you're focusing on that. Not Don't tell them, oh, my book has 5 chapters with 280 pages. I spent 3 nights and 3 days trying to write this book. It does not help anybody. Okay, but tell them that this book is going to help you in your self-development journey. It's going to make you a better person. It's going to change your mindset about discipline, consistency, leadership. It's going to help you gain confidence in talking to people, gaining soft skills. Just use So if a gym, for example, those of them that train in the gym, they will show you, for if you see ads of people that are, advertising about a gym or exercise or fitness training, they always come with that self-improvement part, that by the end of so and so, maybe let's say 14 days, you would have lost so and so number of weight, and you can easily walk, briskly. You can wear your clothes to be well fitted. You will look more attractive. They're always bringing that physical self improvement. You're going to look better. That is always the mindset they try to paint. So they'll give you a picture of someone that was fat and someone that is finally slim. Okay, they will show you the disparity. This is what you stand to gain. And so because you want to improve your own physical look, you would want to sign up for the class. They're not going to tell you that you come for the class, we have 5 gymming machines, we have 2 this. They're not just going to spend time discussing the futures. They will focus more on what the benefits, what you stand to gain, which is what self-improvement. So you can employ that as an emotional trigger. So we've gone halfway in this topic, and I want to hear us list out these 5 different emotional triggers I've talked about in the comment section. List them out for me. Let me see the first person to list them out. 5 emotional triggers that we've talked about. Let me know those that are following, those that are with me. List the 5 in the comment section. So while I wait for our responses, we are taking the 6th. And I just want to encourage us, if you have not subscribed to this channel, and as you're watching this, do well to click the subscribe button and subscribe, and also like this video. Please don't just watch the video, like the video. Make sure you like the video as you're watching. Okay, so let me hear your comments in the comment section. What are the 5 emotional triggers that we have talked about already? Now, number 6 is the desire for power. Okay, people buy because they desire power. They want to, be in position, or they want to be better than other people, or they want to have something that other people do not have. So you can actually use or touch that aspect of man which always wants to desire what power. Okay, do this and you'll be able to, win an election, or gain more popularity, or have more audience, or be in charge of this or in charge of that, or just touch that aspect of man that has to do with power, because there are basic things that man always strive for: money, power. These 2 things, people always strive for it. So desire for power, you can actually employ that in your copy. Okay, I see your comment. Ijoma said fear, self-development, desire to be known, love. That's correct, but you missed out one. I've mentioned 5 actually. I've mentioned 5. You missed out the. Okay, it's true. Sorry, my apologies. I mentioned 4. Yes, you're right. Hope there was. Okay. Is my audio still poor? Is my audio still poor? Let me try remove the mic. Can you hear me better now? Okay, if you can hear me better, please say something in the comment section. If you can hear me well now, I removed the mic, so let me know what the problem is. If you can hear me better now than before, please say something on the comment section. Okay, so James said emotional triggers are fear, prestige, love, and self-improvement. That is correct. That is correct. Okay, he says it's better now. Okay, that's beautiful. Thank God. All right. So we've mentioned fear, love, desire to be known and prestige, and then self-improvement. Then the 5th one, which I just mentioned now, is comfort. Comfort, emotional trigger of comfort. Okay, people want to be comfortable. So if you can make life easy for them, then a service like delivery service, okay, where people do not have to go to the market to get a delivery, but you can deliver that product to their doorstep, then it makes it easy for them. Okay, it makes life easy for them. People are actually willing to pay for home delivery. I made an order some days ago, about 1 week ago, and I was excited when they asked me the question, would you want us to drop it in our office for you to come and pick it up, or would you want us to deliver it to your door? or would you want us to bring it to your address? Why would I choose the formal, for Christ's sake? I mean, I want to have time to do other things. So I had to ask them, I had to request that they bring it down to where I stay. And I got it right at my doorstep. Like I didn't have to go out, I didn't have to stress myself dressing up and preparing to go out. Of course, those things can really be stressful at times, but it was just easy for me to be in my room and receive a call that we are here to deliver your package. And I just went out and took it in, and that was it. And people are also really ready to pay to get such kind of, you know, such kind of really work with. You can really make people comfortable. Okay, make people very, very comfortable. Give them easy way to access things. Like do things for them and sell it to them. People are always willing to pay for DIY, like sorry, deed of to learn something from you can actually employ when you are, selling a product. Okay, so that is number 6. Number 7 is necessity of life. I really hope you can hear me. My phone network. So next is necessity of life. So people are ready to pay for things like airtime, really a trigger security that tampers with these sales. People are really willing to, do the right thing for them to be healthy. They're ready to spend enough on food. They're ready to spend enough for security. Okay, so if you're looking for high paying clients, these are things that can easily make them pull out money for that service. Okay, so it's another emotional trigger. Okay, so I'll repeat myself again for those of us that can't hear me. I've already mentioned 7 emotional triggers. Number 1, fear. Number 2, love. Number 2, desire to be known and recognized or prestige. Number 4, comfort. Number 5, self improvement. Number 6, I mentioned desire for power. And number 7, necessity of life. Okay, so someone can help us to list it out on the comment section so I can project it on the screen for everyone to see. Now, number 8 is addiction. Okay, addiction. People also buy because they are addicted to a particular thing. If people get addicted to your product, for example, people can be addicted to movies, people can be addicted to fashion. Okay, we have fashion freaks. Okay, the audio is much better. Thank you. We have fashion freaks, we have game addicts, we have people that are addicted to these things that no matter what, they are ready to spend on that. So there's another trigger that you can actually employ, the trigger of addiction. Okay, if people are addicted to something, then they are really, really willing to pay for that thing. Another Okay, thank you, Joma, for listening it out for us. Comfort, power, necessity of life, fear, prestige, love, self development, addiction. You are right on point. Thank you so much. Let me project it on the screen so people get to see it as well. Okay. Yes. So we've mentioned 8 of them. Now, number 9 is to make a difference. Okay. People, it's okay. Number 9 is to make a difference. So people actually spend to make a difference. Okay, they want to get something that will help them make a difference or help them stand out. Or for example, I am a YouTuber and I'm also a coach. So if there's anything you're going to sell for me that's going to help me make a difference, or help me teach better, or help me stand out, or help me with my YouTube channel, okay, to make my YouTube channel stand out, and I see it's useful, it's definitely going to get to me and I would consider buying it. Okay. So people always want to do better. Like, I mean, why are we running businesses? We don't just want to be stagnant. We want to definitely stand out. We want to make a difference. We want to, make history. So any idea, any teaching, anything now that you bring up that is going to help people make a difference, that's why we have conferences. Okay, people go for conferences because they want to learn more. They want to know how to be different. They want to know how to impact their generation. So these are things that can easily get to people, because people are actually striving not just to be mediocres, but to do something better with their time. Okay. So now the final and number 10 trigger that you can use is greed. Okay, greed. People are always greedy, like they always want stuff. That is why offers work all the time. We're still going to talk about irresistible offers, like I told us, and I don't want you to miss that session of this class. So make sure you're here up until that moment. Offers are things that people would always want to rush for, because people always want to spend less and gain more. People are naturally greedy, sorry to say, but that is the truth. That is the human component. We have that nature in us. Okay, that is the natural response to things. You always want to pay less and get more. So imagine that you're giving something that is worth 15,000 naira and you're giving it as 4,000 naira or 5,000 naira. Trust me, if you package it very well, people are really going to come for it, because they will feel like they are cheating you. They will feel like, oh, this person is losing out and me, I'm gaining. And that desire, it's there for them to have more. That is what people use in things like which people employ this great thing, things like stock markets. Okay, that is what stock markets use. That is what all these crypto platforms use, all these stock exchange market, forex. That is the principle they use, because you feel like you're putting in 5,000 naira and you're probably going to catch out 6,000 naira in 5 days, or you're putting in 10,000 naira and the money is just going to double after a while. That's why people fall victim to scammers, because you come and hear them advertise, bring 5,000 naira and you gain 10,000 naira in 1 week, bring 2,000 naira and you make 4,000 naira in 1 week. So people always want to have more. Okay, same thing with crypto. People will, you've made profit, but you still want to put everything you have made, both your profit and your capital, back into trade, because you want to double the money in 1 week. And at the end, they tend to lose everything. Okay, for those of them that are not careful enough, they tend to lose everything. So greed, people will never be satisfied. People will always want more. So you can employ that in making an offer to people and to selling to people, because it's going to work, it's going to get to them, and they are going to be ready to pull out money to pay for that product, in order to accumulate everything, like swallow everything that you're promising you'd give. Okay, so you can employ that in your copy, in your video, in whatever you're doing, and it will help you to grow your channel, it will help you to grow your make more money, make more sales, and all that. All right, so these are the 10 emotional triggers that you can employ. And guys, it works all the time. Most of them in GCC1 class. I'm already receiving testimonies of how they use these triggers to write the copy, and it's bringing results for them. So I want you to employ these things in your copy and in making sales, because it's definitely going to work and work time and time again, right? So number 2 thing that we are going to be looking at is the secret to sell. Okay, sales secret. I'm going to rush through that very quickly, because in the class that we had that was having some little network issue, we wanted to talk about that before the network issue came up. So we shared a little light on it, and I'm not going to really delve so much into it. I'm not going to spend so much time discussing it. I'm going to be very fast, because we have 4 other things to look at, or rather 3 other things to look at. Okay, remember I said we have 5 things to look at. We've talked about 10 emotional triggers, which I believe you should write down and note. Now we are going to be talking about 10 sales secrets as well, 10 sales secrets as well. Then number 3, we are going to be looking at, I don't know how many of us can remember what I said, but I said we are going to be looking at clients, how to retain clients. Okay, number 3 is irresistible offers, how to make irresistible offers, which is the part I emphasize that we all should be there. Then we'll look at how to close sales. Then finally, how to retain our clients. Okay, you've made a sale, you've closed the sale. How do you sustain and retain those clients to become consistent customers? Okay, so now we're going to be looking at 10 sales secrets. Number 1 secret is that you need to give value in advance. Okay, give offer, and I mentioned the importance of giving offer and giving value. For example, you want to start a class and you're just telling people register for free, come, you're going to learn this, you're going to learn that. The idea is not so that you just spend your time teaching people for free and not making any money and not making any income. No, the idea is that you first of all give them value. Okay, you make them just come, let them come. That's how you get your first how you start making your first sales actually. You bring them in and then teach them. Then you find out that after you've given them value, most of them will be wowed. And with that, enjoyment, with that benefit they gain from the class, they're definitely going to want to register for something else that you're going to ask them to. So you're upselling through that method. Okay, so make sure you're giving value. Number two sales secret is to build trust. People will not always want to buy from people they don't trust. They always want to trust you. That's why I emphasize on the need for. Oh wow, my battery is running down. So that is why I emphasize on the need for. Wow, wow, wow. That is why I emphasize on the need for you to build build trust, okay, on social media platform where for each of the platforms that you're in, you need to build trust. People need to know you, they need to like you, and they need to trust you so that they can spend money to patronize your business. Okay. Number three is that you should not be apologetic, okay, when you're selling. Don't be apologetic. Don't feel bad. Oh, sorry. Don't feel like, okay, I want to get these people's money. No, don't have that mindset, okay? That I just want to get these people's money and they're going to start feeling bad that I just want them to bring out their money. I mean, you should be confident enough in what you're selling because you're providing solution, you're helping people. So that should be the mindset. You're helping people make life easy for them, make things easy for them. So make sure that you're not apologetic about it. The ideal world works. Okay. If you see a sales pattern that works, if you are reading a copy and that copy gets to you, make sure you screenshot it and save it. It will come handy one day. Whatever has been working for other people, it means that that system works or that structure works and can also work for you if it's in line with whatever you're doing. So see what works for other people. That's actually how to grow. By the time you keep learning, you can then come to the point where you are now being creative and those ideas are actually stemming from you and not from what you've seen before. But as you're beginning, make sure your modeling what works. Try those things and see if they work for your own niche. And if they are working, then keep applying them. Okay. Even great men, when Russell Bruston was also pitching his own business, he also emphasized on that you have to model. Sorry, can I be heard? Sorry about the Sorry about that. So they didn't give us light on time today, so my system had to run down very fast. But I'm here now with my phone, and this is going to last us for as long as the class would last. Okay. So if you can hear me, say something in the comment section so I know you can hear me. Right. Okay. Beautiful. All right. Okay. Okay. So I believe you cannot hear me, right? So I was saying that number 4 is model what works. Okay. What works for other people, do well to model it because it stands to what? It stands to work. Can you all hear me? Can I be heard? Okay, Halima says she can hear me. Okay, so let's go on then. Okay, so number 5 is do your homework. Okay, make sure to do your homework. Make sure to research how to get to your audience is that you know them and you're able to convince them based on that pedestal, based on that platform that you know these people. Okay, so you're giving them information that is in quotes customized for them. That is why you must do your customer avatar, you must do your customer profiling. Okay. Okay, Ijoma says she can hear me. Beautiful. That is why you must do your customer words profiling. You must describe your customer avatar. And by that, you're writing out where your customer lives, your target audience, what is their age bracket, what is peculiar to them, how do they think, are they learned, are they schooled, or are they undergraduates, are they kids, are you targeting parents, are you targeting excuse me, are you targeting teachers, are you targeting lecturers, are you targeting undergraduates, are you targeting students? Who exactly are your target audience? And these are things you would have to clearly state because it will help you in your research, and it's going to help you when you're reaching out to them because you're going to be saying things that are in line with their thoughts. Okay, how they think, what they do, what is peculiar with them, and it's going to be easy for you to get to them that way. Okay, so you must do your homework, and you must do your homework appropriately. You must also what? Know your clients, know them very well, do your profiling. Okay, get to find out information about them, even know where they school, where they go, what they do, what's peculiar about their environment. It's going to help you know which emotional trigger to use. It's going to help you know the current trends. I mean, you have to know about trends because if you don't know trends, you don't know what they are thinking or what they are doing at the moment. But with the knowledge of trend, you would be able to, use contemporary things, what are happening, what is happening around, to convince them to buy your product. Okay, so that's very, very important. Now, number 6 secrets to selling, okay, to making sales, is acquiring the 3 basic skills in selling. You need to acquire the 3 basic skills in selling. And in our last class, I told us about these 3 basic skills. What are they? Number 1, ability to empathize with your customers. Okay. Number 2, ability to uncover their challenges and also discover their pain points. Then number 3, the ability to handle objections. And someone asked a question in class, is this thing peculiar with our own setting? And I said yes. Okay, it's peculiar with our setting because someone will be willing to pay. I mean, it's actually more effective in our setting because we have many people that are selling the same products. Okay, we have many people that are selling the same products, and so it is easier for them to patronize you if they feel you, if they have a one-on-one connection with you, if they see that you are empathizing with their weakness, you're empathizing with their pain points, you understand exactly what they are going through, and you're having a solution to it. Okay, now imagine that 2 people are trying to market the same product, and one person just comes and tell you, I have so and so thing for sale. If you want to buy, send me a message, and the person walks away. And then another person comes and says, I have this particular product for sale, and I have noticed that you are going through so and so and so thing at this particular time. This product is going to help relieve you that issue. It's going to help you have a little bit of comfort, remove this problem, solve your health challenges, this and that. Who are you going to want to patronize more?
It's definitely the person that is able to identify your pain points and know that you actually need this product. Okay. So if you look very well, that's what works in most of our markets. That you come to wear a shoe or you come to buy a shoe, and then the seller is trying to convince you that this thing, it fits your leg so well. I mean, in fact, it even matches with the dress you're wearing. It works very well, and it's going to protect. Imagine this shoe you're wearing is already causing wound to your toe, but this particular one that you're going to buy, it's a bit free. Okay, so you're not going to have this pain anymore. You're not going to have this injury on your toe anymore. And they are giving you proofs. Okay, they are giving you things on on why you should buy that product. I mean, why would you consider them first? Why won't you consider them first than any other person that just out there wanting to sell? Okay, so people actually um connect with people that empathize with them. Okay, so okay, I said number 6. Are you talking about? Okay, you can hear me loud and clear. That's beautiful. So you must gain the ability to empathize with your customers. You might not be that kind of person that likes empathizing. You might not be that kind of person that likes, being so nice to people and trying to find out what's your problem and even trying to communicate with them. You might not be that kind of person, but if you really must do well in selling, you must learn how to get to your audience. You must learn how to relate with your audience. You must learn how to empathize with them. You must learn how to don't be harsh. Like I go to market several times and I see people that are just harsh. Oh, okay, just walk away. Don't go. If I don't buy again, like I just totally disconnect from them and I tell myself I can't patronize this person again. And I won't just go back to that place. I mean, we have many people that are selling the same products. And so I will connect more or make it or have as a customer or as a business partner, someone that I can connect with, someone that relates with what I am going through, someone that will be able to solve a particular problem, okay, for me with ease and with better explanation. So the questions are, what was number 5 points? Okay, so I said the sales secrets. Okay, number 1, give value in advance, give people value. Number 2, build trust. Okay, build trust between you and your clients. Number 3, don't be apologetic about selling. Don't feel bad that you're selling to people. Don't feel bad to ask them for money. Don't think you're trying to exploit them. Why am I even selling this thing? People are going to be giving me too much money, or people are going to feel like I just want their money. No, see it from the point of view that you're solving a problem and you're helping people. The mindset you carry to sell is going to influence the confidence which you sell that product. So be confident, believe in your product, okay? And make sure you're giving the best. Don't just believe for believing sake, but let's actually be that your product is actually solving a problem. Now, number 4 is model what works, okay? Model things that people have done that works. If there are selling strategies that you have seen that worked in the past, or how someone sold something to you and convinced you enough to buy that particular product, make sure to model it. Okay, don't go and cram what the person says verbatim and write or say, but make sure you find out what is the secret to this person's success. What's the secret to the success of this particular copy? What's the secret to the success of this particular sale? Okay, then try to model that thing in your own copy or in your own cells. Okay, try to model that. Now I said number 5 is do your homework. Okay, do your homework. Someone should help us to list out these 5 so I can also project it on the screen. Number 5, do your homework. So in doing your homework, you'll find out everything about your customer and describing your customers and your target audience. It's going to help you know exactly how to reach them. So if you're talking to wedding planners, if your target audience is to students, you will use basically different languages because they're understanding they are going to understand different languages. They think differently. Their focus is on different things. Okay. The worry of a student is not the same worry of a wedding planner. So you must understand who your target audience are and do your homework to study them and know how to get to them. Okay. Now, number 6, as I said, is that you must acquire the 3 basic skills of sales, which is number 1, ability to empathize, empathy, very important. Number 2, ability to uncover their challenges and know their pain points. What exactly are the problems they are going through? Selling is about providing solution, okay? That people want to buy Indomie is not because Indomie is just sweet, but it's solving a problem of time. Okay, I don't have time to cook delicious food and cut all the cabbage and carrots and cook the rice and fried chicken and all that. but I can easily find Indomie handy, and in a split of seconds, or let's say in few minutes, my food is ready. I can eat and go to work. I can cook for my children to go to work. So Indomie is not just selling a product, they're also selling what? A story. Okay, they are solving a problem of timing. Now this applies to every other thing as well. Get to know the pinpoint. It will even help you know the kind of product to sell to your customers. Are they having time challenge? Are they having health challenge? Are they having, what exactly are their problems? Okay, it's going to help you to fix out a solution for them and sell appropriately. Okay, and sell appropriately. I was once selling beans flour, and when I was doing that business, one of the things I used to advertise that business is that it makes work easy for you. It makes life easy for you. So you don't have to go to the market, buy your beans, wash your beans, and start looking for a grinder. I had to split out all the different procedures of not having beans flour, how stressful it is. And I now brought in my product to say that this is going to cut down all those other procedures just by reducing it to just 2 steps. Okay, reduce it to just 2 steps, and you have your moi moi ready, and you have your akara ready. And so that was me understanding the pain points of my customers, and knowing that people that like moi moi or that prepare um akara, okay, that they are actually going through a whole lot of stress. So I had to list out all the stress they are going through, and then use the emotional trigger of comfort and making life easy for them to sell that product. And it works for everyone I pitched that product to. Okay, so it works all the time. Make sure you have that ability to understand the challenges of your customers or your clients, and also their pain points. It's going to really help you to reach out to them and sell to them. Now, number 6 is the ability to handle objections. Okay, people are going to come up with different objections. Questions like, why should I trust you? Okay, why is your product better than the one I'm using already? So you should be able to know how to answer those objections and provide solutions for them. Okay, so these are the 3 skills you must gain. Okay, you must gain in order for you to sell better. It really works all the time. So get to learn how to handle different objections, and how to empathize with your customers, and how to find out their challenges, and how to solve their problems. And then you can use that to sell better. So get to learn how to handle objections, how to empathize with your customers, and how to solve their problems. And then you can use that to sell better. So these are the 3 skills you must gain in order for you to sell better. And I hope you learned something from this video. And I hope you learned something from this video. And I hope you learned something from this video. And I hope you learned something from this video. Can I be heard? Sorry for that, guys. Sorry for that. A little network each. But I'm here now. Can I be heard? If I can be heard, please say something in the comment section so I know you're with me. Can I be heard? Okay, thank you so much, James. James can hear me. Thank you so much. All right. So, yes, number 7. Thank you so much, Jomar. Thank you for your consistency. Thank you so much. All right. So, number 7 is we've talked about 6 different sales secrets. And the 7th is that you have to learn to demonstrate what you are selling. Anita, thank you so much. Hello. Hope you can hear me. Halima, hope you can still hear me. Okay. All right, Halima can hear me. Thank you so much. So you have to demonstrate what you sell. And by that, okay, it's not wrong for you to, you're selling a pen and you are showing us the pen, like we are seeing with our eyes. Know that adage that says to see is to believe, right? So people believe because they are seeing. So it's not wrong at all for you to demonstrate what you're selling. Like, get what you're selling and show us. Dan Locke actually applied this principle. One of his videos, he came with a vacuum, I think a vacuum, yes, a vacuum cleaner, and started it in front of us and started in front of the video. Like, that was how he started the video. And then he then made the video and talked about what he wanted to talk about. And that actually got to me because he made it so real. So imagine that you're selling a vacuum cleaner, or you're selling a pen, or you're selling a skincare product, and we are seeing the skincare product. You are seeing a picture of it, or we are seeing it in your video, and we are seeing you holding it up. Like, it's a proof on its own alone. Okay, so it's a proof that you could use to sell your product. So demonstrate what you're selling. Show us sample of what you're selling. Show us how it works. Do a video showing how the product you're selling works. That is why video works all the time. You're selling you're selling a course. Give us an idea of what the course is about. Okay, send us your YouTube channel. Give us a video. Let us see some proofs that what you're actually selling is true. So people like seeing samples of things even before they buy. That is why I mean, you go to buy granules and you'd have to test the granule to see, is this granule sweet? And you're actually trying to justify the fact that I don't want to waste my money. I want to make sure that the money I'm going to spend to buy this product is worth it. So let them see, let them admire what you are selling, and it's going to be more convincing for them to buy your product. Okay. All right. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. So next, and number 8 is you have to sell your story. Okay. Sell your story. People don't just buy products and services, they actually buy stories. Someone said, products sell, but stories tell. Sorry, facts tell, but stories sell. Okay. Facts tell. Facts tell. Can you hear me? Anita, can you hear me? I hope you can hear me. Okay. So facts tell, but stories sell. So when you're giving people facts, you're actually telling them something. You're actually passing an information. But when you're telling a story, you're actually selling an idea. You're actually selling a product to people. That is why storytelling works all the time. People want to see the story behind your product. Okay, people want to see the story behind your success. That is actually what is going to draw them to you. That is why you have to keep utilizing your channel, your status, your different YouTube, your different social media platforms to tell stories and to give testimonies of what you've been experiencing. It's going to sound more convincing. Thank you, James. You can hear me. Okay, that's beautiful, Anita. Thank God you can hear me. Okay. All right. So facts tell. When you're giving facts, let's say you have a lantern like I have here, you have a light, okay, a bulb, and then you're telling them that the bulb has this number of watts, the bulb lasts for 2 hours, the bulb has a hook, the bulb has this, and you're just listing the features of the product. You're just informing your customers. You're not selling the product, you're just informing people. Okay, and that information is not going to help us. But you can convert those features to benefit. That if you're telling us it has a hook, you're telling us why you're telling us it has a hook. So you can tell us it's going to make it easy for you to easily hook it anywhere. So it's mobile. You can carry it around if you want to read in class, if you want to read at night, if you want to read in the middle of nowhere, you can easily place it, and it will be stationary and make it easy for you to read. Okay, and you can say it's more portable and handy. You tell us benefits of that product, or you tell us stories. Okay, Mr. A was actually struggling with light issues in his house. Okay, because each time he buys a bulb, the bulb either blows up or gets spoiled within 1 week. Okay, but then he purchased our product, which is very easy, portable, and cheap. And for 1 month, he never had any light issues, and it served him for as long as he wanted. So that is the story that you just sold. That if you just say buy this product and it's going to last you for 1 month, it will not sound convincing. But because you attached a story to it and shared how someone used it or how you yourself used it, it's going to definitely work on people and convince them to buy a product. So I hope these samples I'm really giving us, we are taking note of it, and we are preparing to model it as well when we are writing our copy or when we are selling to anyone. Okay, now number 9. Okay, before I get to that, I really want to emphasize the part of what the storytelling. There are actually different stories that you can use when you want to sell a product. Number 1 is the hero story. The hero story. The reason I love watching action movie is because there will always be an antagonist and a protagonist. There will always be the hero in the movie that never dies, that is able to do all the miracles and magic and kill all the enemies, and or this she like nothing they happen. Like the main character of the movie will never die. Okay, so that is actually what keeps people watching those movies again and again. The hero journey. Okay, how a hero set out on something and then started having enemies and was able to fight those enemies and finally still conquered and overcame the challenges. And I mean, people will always want to watch those action movies or those stories. Okay, so you can also employ that in your copy or when you're making a sale. Talk about a hero and talk about the journey of the hero. Okay, then you now pitch your product. Now another story line that works is future pacing. Okay, where you're trying to give people a picture of what it's like having your product. Let me cite as an example. Okay, so I come and paint a picture of how you're going to live in a very luxurious house and drive your dream car, and I begin to tell you how you're going to move from living in one bedroom flat to a 5 bedroom flat. And that picture I'm painting in your head, you're already imagining it, and you're like, wow, imagine at this point, I don't have a car, I don't have a house, I don't have a phone, and all of a sudden, by just investing a specific amount of money into a particular business, I'm able to make money that can buy me my dream car, buy me my dream house, buy me my dream phone, and change my standard of living just like that. That picture is a future pacing. It's called future pacing. I'm already showing you what your future is like in the now. And that picture I'm painting in your mind is going to convince you to take action and make that investment now, so you don't lose the opportunity of having to enjoy all these things. So that is also another storyline that you can use when you're trying to sell, that you're showing the person what the life of the person is going to be, how better the life of the person is going to be by having your product, and comparing it with what the life of the person at this point is. So that can convince the person to buy your product. Okay, now you also have the troublemaker story, where you start with chaos. Okay, you just put some gang thing as your headline. Gang. I almost received a slap from a policeman yesterday. Now somebody wants to know her. Quiet you. What's up? What did you do? Why did a policeman? But an army, not even a policeman. Why would an army want to slap you? So you start with chaos, and then I'll pitch. Okay. This is why the policeman almost slapped me, because I was walking on the road with an earpiece in my ear. And so I am trying to probably sell an earpod, or I'm trying to sell a Bluetooth watch or something else that could help you listen to your music or make song or answer calls without having to wear the long wire earpiece. I don't know if you get. So I'm using that story and I'm starting with a chaos, and then I'm pitching my product to tell you why my product is better and it's probably going to save you from entering that chaos in future. I hope these examples I'm giving us are really taking note of it, because these are things you can actually get ideas from and apply. Okay. Now another story you can use is a before and after story. Okay. The before and after story is like, this is you before, this is you after. This is where I was before, this is me after. Okay. Before and after story. So you can actually employ the before and after story, your life in the past 10 years and my life in the next 10 years, or your life in the next 5 years and your life prior to now. So before you have my product and after you have my product, what is the difference? So you begin to use that to share the benefits and how the product is going to change people's life. So these are, I've given us 4 different story types that we can use when we are selling. Okay, when you're writing a copy or you want to sell on social media, you can employ any of the stories. The hero's journey, talk about the hero. Be creative. Okay, you're trying to sell, but yes, be creative, because your creativity is going to help draw attention, okay, to your product. So be creative. The hero's journey, the future pacing, before and after, and using the troublemaker type of storytelling. So this works all the time. Now, number 9 sales secrets is flip the script to juicy benefits. Okay, flip the script. If there are challenges that people are having, if there are pain points that you have discovered, if there are features that your product have, convert it to what? To benefits. People buy benefits, they buy stories, they buy solutions, they don't buy the beauty of a car. Okay, they don't buy the features of a car, they buy it because of the benefits they get to stand to gain, they stand to gain. So whenever you send a product and the product have beautiful features, that is wonderful, but don't spend time talking about the features, rather spend time talking about the benefits of that product. Okay, spend more time talking about the benefits of that product. You're telling them what they stand to gain by having that product or by purchasing that product, or and how their life is going to be better. And then employ the different, we've talked about 10 different emotional triggers that you can use. Employ any of them to convince them, but make sure you're focusing more on the benefits than the features. Okay, so Alex Catoni once talked about this, and what she advised us: when you want to sell a product or when you want to write a copy for a client, list out all the features of the product. Also, list out all the benefits of the product in your book. Okay, that's even before you start writing your copy. List all those things out, and when you list it out, begin to convert the features of that product to benefits. Okay, so this feature, let's say you're buying a car and the car does not have a sound, like unlike other cars that make noise or their engine is too loud. You're trying to sell a car that is noiseless. Okay, the feature is it's noiseless. Okay, but then you don't just have to just say it's noiseless, convert it to a benefit. Okay, so you tell them that instead of you having all those ear itching and painful sounds that gets to you when you're driving. Imagine yourself driving and then the only sound you hear in your car is just the sound of your electric clock. Okay, imagine how that would help you to focus and meditate, or probably enjoy your music, or probably just make you, feel fly and just drive cool without noise. So now you're telling me the benefits of the noiseless car. You're not just telling me that the car is noiseless. You're telling me why I need to get this car that is noiseless and what it's going to do for me. Okay, so you're converting the features of that product to to benefits, and you're going to use the benefits to sell to the client. Okay, so flip the script all the time. Don't discuss spend time talking about description. This camera has, this phone has, blah 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 blah. When you do that, list out the benefits too. Why it's better than Samsung? Why is Samsung better than Juni? Why is Samsung better than Techno? Why is iPhone better than Samsung? It's not just because of the features, but because of what the features are going to do for me or for you, the benefits. Okay, so that's very very important. convert the features in a product to juicy benefits. Now, number 10 is avoid these 9 phrases. Okay, there are 9 phrases I'm going to share for us, which are the do's and the don'ts in selling, and also the do's and the don'ts in copywriting. These are words that you have to avoid when you're selling to anyone. Now, number 1 is to be honest. Okay, avoid using these words when you're selling. Tell you're selling a product and you're saying, this product is 5,000 naira, but I'm just giving it to you because you're my friend. I just want to just give you at a lower price because you've been a consistent customer. And then now, to be honest with you, I wouldn't have done this. I mean, I wouldn't have done it for any other person. Avoid that word. Okay, it just shows the person that you probably have not been honest, and at this point you're now trying to be honest, or you're not actually honest at all. So avoid words like to be honest or to be frank. Okay, avoid it when you're writing a copy. To be frank with you, to be honest with you, or when you're selling, avoid those words. Just let whatever you're saying be true and stand by whatever you're saying. Okay, number 2, avoid the word trust me. Trust me, no, avoid that word. People that use it are people that are scared that they don't trust them, or are trying to there's something that happened. I really must share this thing because it really applies here. Okay, I was on a journey recently. That was 2 days ago. I was coming back from another state, back to school, back to Abia State. And so I encountered this man. This was my first time entering trans. I was my brother actually. It was my first time entering a bus there at that particular park. So guys, let me gist you. You need to hear this gist. So we came to that particular bus stop, and the man, we asked the man, where is the bus going? He said, it's going to up here. It's going to. He mentioned the place where I was going to. That is where it's going to. We said, okay, no problem. So, but then my brother was doubting. I wanted to be sure that he was actually saying the truth because that place is a bit isolated. So he asked the man, are you really going to son? So the man said, trust me now. I'm a father with how many children? He was now saying reasons why we should trust him. I cannot deceive you like this. You need to trust me. I am old enough to be lying to you. That was when it clicked. Like, I just remembered what I have been teaching in class, that guys, when someone say trust me, you really need to start looking, start thinking again, should I really trust this person? Okay, so I actually turned in and then entered his bus, but then along the line I became uncomfortable and I started asking questions from those that were inside the bus, and I found that the guy was not actually going to where I was going to. So basically what those people do is they just transfer you to another bus when they get to a particular place, which is not what I wanted, because I wanted a one-way, but I wanted a straightforward bus that would just take me to that particular state and the place I was going to, not the one that would change hands at the long run. So it clicked again. Trust me. Like, when people tell you trust me, you really need to be careful at that point. So you have to avoid it. It's psychological. Okay, people say that a lot. Oh, trust me. But really, if you are selling to someone that is educated and has insight, the person is going to start doubting you. Okay, so avoid that word trust me. Number 3, avoid saying sorry to bother you. Okay, maybe you've been trying to follow up a client and then you're trying to remind the client to buy your product, and then you now come up and say, guys, sorry to bother you, I just wanted to. No, nobody needs your apology for bothering. Okay, if you want to say something, just come up and say it. Don't come and start apologizing for bothering, please. That turns people off. So these are words you have to avoid. Okay, so as I'm saying this, I want someone to help me and be listening to it so I can project it as well on the screen. All right, so number 4 word is just following up. Avoid it. Okay, don't do that. Okay, don't say I'm just following up. Hey, I chatted you up yesterday and we discussed about buying this particular product, and I'm just texting you to follow up. No, don't say that. If you're following up, follow up. Don't just say you're following up. That alone makes you feel salesy. Like, it makes them know that, okay, you're coming back again for selling. Okay, but don't say I'm chatting you up to follow you up. Just go straight to the point. Hey, how are you doing? I'm good. Hope you had a nice day. The product is still available at certain amount of money, and the deadline is this and so days. We'd love to hear from you. Okay, So you just pick it up from there and continue. Just say, don't say I'm trying to follow up. It just shows that you're actually there because the person have not bought the product and you're trying to sell and sell and sell and sell. Remember that you shouldn't always be salesy, okay? Let people actually connect with you. Hi, how are you doing? Ask questions like that. Get to relate with them and build interaction and build a level of friendship and relationship. Okay, it's going to make it easy for you to sell to them. So avoid that word just following up. Avoid the word buy. Okay, buy. Please buy my products. Please buy. People don't like that word buy. They feel like they are going to spend a lot. Oh, money is going to leave me. I mean, it just shows makes people feel spending like they are going to spend, they are going to give out a lot. No, 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 no. Avoid that word buy. Okay, you can just I'm still going to just how best to put it. Okay, instead of you saying buy, there's another way you can, or let me just say it now. So instead of you saying buy my product, you can say would you like to go home with this product? I mean, that sounds more like it. You want to sell a car, instead of saying, oh, please buy this car, the person is going to feel, oh, you want my money, you want me to pull out, no, this money is too much, I can't spend so and so amount of money to buy this product. Okay, but when you say, wouldn't you like to go home with this, wouldn't you like to own a laptop, wouldn't you like to own a car, I mean, they would easily say yes, I want to own a car, right? They would easily say yes, I want to own a car, than say yes, I want to buy a car. Do you see the difference? Okay, so people can easily say yes, I want to own a car, but it's going to be difficult for them to say yes, I want to buy a car at a particular price, especially when they are seeing it as being expensive or too exorbitant. Okay, so you can easily say, wouldn't you like to own this product, or wouldn't you like to go home with this laptop, wouldn't you like to be pressing your laptop tomorrow and with this particular product and editing your videos with it, and doing your business with it. So it just makes the person feel like you're already owning that product. Remember to paint pictures in their mind. They're already seeing themselves sitting down in front of their Mac laptop and pressing and making money with it. And you're already painting that picture in their mind. So it's going to sound more convincing than telling them, oh, yeah, buy this product, or please buy this product, or please buy my shoe, or please buy this and that. No. So avoid the word buy, but rather use the other word I shared with you. Okay. Then avoid the word contract. Okay, avoid the word contract. Okay, let's have a contract, or let's enter a contract, or let's make a deal. No, avoid the word contract. You can easily use the word let's take care of the paperwork. Okay, let's get the paperwork out of the way. So it just comes in as paperwork. So they're not hearing the word contract, because when people hear contract, they see that different files of policies and this and that I'm going to read and sign. Boring. Okay, so but when you say let's just get the paperwork out of the way, okay, so you can take this car home. I mean, I'm already feeling like kids, so I'm not going to say, okay, let's sign this contract so you can pay for the car. That sounds nah. But let's just get this paperwork out of the way so you can take the car home. I mean, that is what we are talking. We are talking about selling, but then I'm putting it away that you yourself, you're already feeling the product already. You're already feeling like the owner already. Okay, so that helps you in making better sales. So please do well to apply this, even when you're writing copy or when you're selling to any one particular business. Apply it, please. It works all the time. Now avoid the word I haven't heard back from you. Okay, I haven't heard back from you. No, it's too salesy. Avoid it. I haven't heard back from you. No, I haven't heard back from you. No, 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 don't say that. Okay, but rather, how are you doing? Hope you're good. We've made a little tweak here and there in our product, and we know it's going to serve you so well. We're expecting to we are ready to deliver your product to your doorstep, and we are waiting for your order. I mean, that sounds better than just saying I haven't heard back from you. Just to the person, we are ready to make an order and deliver. I mean, there is this girl that wanted to sell a product to me. I actually chatted her up and asked her how much the product was, and we had some conversations, and she sent me her price list, and I said okay, and I left. And I didn't chat her up again. I didn't send her a message. So, but then the strategy she actually used to follow up was so wonderful that later on she started me up. How are you doing? Hope you're fine. When are we delivering your products? I'm like, what? I did not make any order. Why you I did not make any order. Why are you asking? but it was just so subtle, and it was a cool reminder that, babe, you've not placed your order and we are here to deliver your product. Like, it was just so nice. And I had to now tell her, okay, I'll order by so and so day, and I got the account number to make the delivery, to make the payments. So that actually worked all the time. It worked on me, and I have been using it and it's been working. Okay. So rather than tell the person, we are yet to hear, I'm yet to get back from, I'm yet to hear from you, rather just chip it in. Okay. To the person, oh wow, we've been waiting for you to make your order and we are so ready to deliver it to your doorstep, and you can own this product in 2 days. Okay. So it's actually a subtle reminder, but then you're not actually being salesy. You're actually, using the sweet words to get this person. And remember that sweet words work all the time in selling. Okay, sweet words, juicy words, and appropriate words. It works both for selling orally and for writing copies. It works all the time. All right. Now, number 8, avoid the word individual. Okay. Hello, individual. I was talking with someone today, and then a lady passed and called the person man. Okay, I was talking with a guy. He said, man. Ah, like, the guy actually felt bad that he had to be addressed as man. He actually found it humiliating. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, is he not a man? He is. But then that word wasn't just appropriate coming from that person to that person at that time. Okay. So same thing with using the word individual. It sounds more like I don't know you and like you're just there. Okay. But when you say something like you, how are you, like using the word you, or using more casual words that makes for that helps build relationship, that helps build connection, it works better. So don't say that individual. Okay. Just say he said or he did this, rather than using individual. Please avoid that. Okay. Now the ninth and the last word to avoid is we are better than. Okay. In selling, avoid those words. We are better than. You're not better than anybody, even if you are. There's no need to emphasize that. There's no need to relegate another person's hard work. Okay, don't say we are better than. And that is one thing I've learned in so many industries so many big companies do. Okay, they would rather tell you how beautiful their product is and not talk about how bad other products are. Anyone that does that is really really selfish. Is really really selfish. Okay, so don't do that when you're selling. Don't say we are better than this other company. No, if there are things that you think you're doing better, just state it. Okay, these are special features about our product that you won't see anywhere else. Doesn't that sound better? Okay, these are special features about the Mac laptop that you won't see in any other laptop. You're not calling any company's name, you're not calling anybody's name, but you are selling and telling them the benefits of your product. Okay, sorry Anita that you're having a network challenge. Sorry about that. Try and look for a better location so you could hear me, because I think my network has been stable all this while. Okay. Right, thank you, Ijoma. So yes, she has listed out the words for us, 9 of them. To be honest, I should project this on the screen. Thank you, IJ, for being consistent with listing out these things for us in class. So to be consistent, sorry, avoid the words to be honest, trust me, sorry to bother you, just following up, bye, contract, I haven't heard back from you, individual, we are better than you. Good. So these are words that you must avoid when you're selling. Okay. So that is it for the sales secrets that we are discussing, and we are moving straight to how to make irresistible offers, which is the interesting part that I want all of us to really pay attention to. Okay. So we've talked about emotional triggers and we've talked about sales secrets. We've talked about 10 sales secrets and we talked about 10 emotional triggers. Always have this 10 at the back of your mind. Okay. So now we are looking at irresistible offers. How can you make irresistible offers to people? Like offers that people cannot resist. They just have to buy the product. Now, if you follow through this class, trust me, you're going to be the most convincing person in your family after today. Okay, like you talk to them and then they will ask you what's up, what happened to you, because you are going to easily convince people to take action. You're going to easily convince people to do anything you want them to do. It's going to be easy for you to get more sales just by learning how to make irresistible offers. Okay, I've actually heard people say that several times to me, that I easily have a way of convincing them to do things. And initially, it came naturally. But even when I now learned copywriting and learned how to make irresistible offers, it even became better. I mean, it was now easier and strategic. Okay. So make sure to pay attention to this particular session, because it's going to come in handy when you're writing your copy as a copywriter, or when you're writing, or when you're making a sale. So if you're still with me, let me hear you say something on the comment section. Did you follow through the sales secrets? Did you follow through the emotional triggers? Which of them did you find interesting? Which of them can you remember? The emotional triggers you can remember. The sales secrets you can remember. Let me hear our comments in the comment section before we continue. We have 30 minutes to go, and we really have to be very, very fast. Okay, so go on, go on, go on. Let me hear your comments on the comment section. I need to hear your comments on the comment section. Okay, so while we wait for that, I will be sharing with us how to make irresistible offers. Now, there are different components of, okay, Jessica said, wow, someone like me is already used to saying trust me, but it doesn't really mean I was lying, just kind of showing sincerity. Yes, yes, I was also a victim of that. Yes, I kept saying trust me, trust me, trust me, until I actually found out that psychologically, some people, it turns them off. Okay, actually, what might be working for you might not work for someone else, but when you see something that it avoid it. So personally, I've stopped saying that. I've stopped saying trust me. Okay, and it actually working. You know, when the Bible say let your yes be your yes and your no be your no, is actually a marketing strategy. If you're saying yes, let it be a yes. Don't try to, use that word repeatedly. Trust me, trust me, trust me. Okay. So Ijoma says she's still with us. Anita, you said missed out on phrase. Which one did you miss out? Let me know the one you missed out so that we can. Okay, on the phrases. Okay, yeah. I'm sharing it now on the screen. These are the phrases that we said you must avoid. Okay, avoid saying them. All right, so let's look at irresistible sales, irresistible offers, and how to make offers. Okay, offers are one of the major components of a copy. Okay, we are all copywriters or aspiring to be one, and offers are things that must be there in our copy in order for us to sell. So if you're writing copy for anybody, you're writing copy for an organization, you're writing copy for yourself, you're writing copy for people, you must learn how to make offers, because it's definitely going to help you to make more sales. So what are the basic ingredients of an irresistible offer? Okay, for you to make an offer that people cannot help but listen to and pay for it, it must have the following ingredients. Number one, it must be solving a deep problem. I'm not going to spend time on this because I already emphasized on this particular one earlier, but then you should know that it's very, very important for you to come up here again. You must, you must. Okay, I see you, Ijoma. You said, to be frank, this has been like an involuntary phase. Exactly. We use those words often, but we just have to let them go right now. Okay? Especially when you're writing a copy. Maybe you can use in your day-to-day life if you must. Okay? But when you're writing a copy, just avoid those words. Or when you're selling, just avoid those words. Okay? All right. So ingredients to irresistible offers. Number one, your offer must be solving a deep problem. Okay. Your offer must be solving a deep problem. People are actually willing to pay anything if you can just solve a problem for them. Okay. If there's a problem they've not had a solution to, and you come up with the solution to that problem, trust me, they are going to they are going to pay. They are going to pay. They are going to pay so well for you to solve problem for them. Okay, that is how it happened. Okay, someone says she can't hear me. Can I be heard now? If you can hear me, say something in the comment section. So that was how it happened when a man came up with an idea of having everything about a sales funnel in one particular website. Okay, so instead of you employing a website designer, a copywriter, graphics designer, website developer, marketing director, and all those different people that are needed in establishing a website, instead of you employing all of them, you just have a website that has already done all their work for you. So you just have to pay for the website and have it there. So excuse me. So it solved a whole lot of problem for people because it made life easy for them. So they had to downsize, they had to remove some of the employees they had because that website is already solving most of the problems that those people are helping them solve. So it was a done for you website, okay, where you don't even have to start thinking of employing a graphic designer or a copywriter, because copies are already there on the website, designs are already there on the website. There are just several templates that you can borrow from, or you can pick from, or you can choose from. Okay, so it solved a big problem for most companies and most people. So that works all the time. If an offer you're making is solving a deep problem that people have found it difficult to solve over a very long period of time, then it's going to be easy for them to patronize you. It's going to be easy for them to bring out money and pay. Okay. Now, number two ingredients of an offer is what? Bonuses. Okay. Bonuses are there in offers. And by bonuses, there are key things. I mean, key things that any reasonable offer should have. Bonuses are like extra things that you're giving people for buying the products. Okay. Now, there are core offers. We have core offers. We have initial bonuses. We have fast taker bonuses. Now, core offers are like, okay, this product is like 15,000 naira and I want to sell it for 10,000 naira. Okay. So if you have 10,000 naira, you're going to get this product, just like your core offer. Now you have your initial bonus where you say, okay, because you are starting up sales this month, you want to give a 15% discount to people to purchase this product. Okay. So from the 1st of August to the 1st of August, we are going to be running a 15% discount. Okay. So that is initial bonus, okay, that you want to probably open your sale with. Now, the third type of bonus, which is the fast action bonus, is the one that people need to take action immediately. So, example, you're telling them that the first 5 people that register for this particular class is going to get 20% discount, and it's just lasting for 2 days. Now, it's a fast action bonus because it's just for the first 5 people that takes action. Okay, so you're having many people that want this particular slot, and just people that probably respond in 2 days or in the next 2 hours or in the next 1 hour. So it puts a whole lot of urgency and an immediate action to be taken afterwards. So it is very, very important that it's worthy to note that in the fast action bonuses works faster. Okay, it works better. That is what people use most often. Okay, and it's only those that take action immediately that gains that benefit or that gains that profit. Okay, so that is a component of an offer. You can use bonuses. Okay, core offers, initial offers, and then fast action bonuses works all the time. So you can employ it in when you're selling your ebook, when you're selling a product, when you're running an online class, when you want to hold a webinar, a seminar, or whatever at all you want to sell to people. You can include these different words bonuses. Okay, now number 3 ingredients is what? Greed. Okay, you can include that mindset of greed. Now, what do I mean by that? People will always give you the perceived value of a product and also give you the price of that product. Okay, so you see someone saying that this product costs 20,000 naira, or let's say 100,000 naira, but you're going to be getting it at 20,000 naira. For example, this class that I am holding, the copywriting class, I give us the initial value of the class. You're going to get resources worth this, you're going to learn this, you're going to learn that, and the class is worth 15k, but I am giving the class out at 3,000 naira. And that was actually worth an offer where you're seeing that you're going to gain more than you're paying. The price is lesser than the perceived value. So that works for people. Don't just come and say, okay, I'm selling a product and it's 5,000 naira. They will just think, okay, one is 5,000 naira. That's just the price. But when you're making them see that the product is actually worth more than this, that the product is worth 20k, that the value they tend to gain is higher than what they are paying for, is actually going to compel them to pay for that product or pay for that class. So perceived value should be higher than the price. That means the price, the actual price you're selling that product should be higher, should be lower rather, than the perceived product, than the perceived value. Okay, so that is how you are tampering with the greed aspect of man. Because like I told us in the emotional trigger, people will always want to pay for a product that they know they are going to gain more than the price they are paying. So that works all the time. So people always want to have more. That greedy part of man, we always want to have more. So use that in your offer. Tell us the perceived value. Tell us how quality the product you are selling is. How it's going to solve a 1,000 million problem for us. How it's going to save us some budget, some money, some extra cash. Give us so much value that the product has to offer, and then tell us that you're actually selling it at a lesser value. You're giving it to us at a lower value, far lower than what the initial price would have been. It is definitely going to convince people to buy the product. So this is a major component. This should be a major component of your offer. Whenever you're writing a copy, okay, it should be a major component of your offer. So don't also think that you're losing. Okay, don't think you're losing by adding those extra bonuses. You're not actually losing. For example, this class I'm running now, I am not losing by giving it out at a lower price, because I'm only going to get more clients. I'm only going to get more people to register for the class. And the more I get people, the more I get the money. Okay, so I won't just leave it at 15,000 naira, which is the value of the class. I would give it at a lesser price and get more people to what, register. Then I can upsell afterwards. Okay. Okay. So Anita says, sorry to bother you. I have a problem with this phrase. Okay. Tell us more, Anita. I want to know what is the issue with that phrase. Let us know how it turns you off, because that phrase actually turns me off as well. Okay. I hate when people say sorry to bother you. Like, you're already bothering me, so why are you sorry about it? So let's hear more from you, Anita. You say you have a problem with it. What exactly is your problem with it? Okay. Let's get to learn from you as well. All right. So please do well to always give value at a lower price, okay, more than what the class is actually worth, or what the original class is actually worth. Now, number 4 thing that must be in your in your offer, okay, one of the basic ingredients of your offer is what? Urgency and scarcity. Urgency and scarcity. Don't always make people feel like your product is always available for them to buy anytime, even in 1 year or 2 years to come. They are going to keep procrastinating. Man procrastinates. We procrastinate a lot. We always want to push things until the thing is very bad, or the thing is already out of our minds and we can't even remember to do them again. So always try to put a sense of urgency or scarcity to that product. Okay, you only have 5 days and then this offer ends. Like, put urgency. Sign up now, do this now, always put that now, or even put timer. If you check some websites, you would see some websites with a timer, a countdown timer, okay, that counts down. You see some website that uses the phrase sign up now, or join the class now, or click the link now. Okay, so they put different phrases that makes you want to take action immediately. And they are doing that because they want to show you that this is urgent. You don't have all the time. Some will put a specific time frame and add that this offer only lasts for 24 hours, and after that this promo or the sales ends. And that is going to be how it's going to be. That is how it's going to be. After 24 hours, the promo ends. So it puts a sense of urgency. Like, your clients are going to know that this is serious. So even if they don't have the money, they begin to run around within that 24 hours to raise the money to buy your product. But if you just leave it there, they might just save it and move on with their life. Okay, so make sure to always add a sense of urgency. I mean, you don't want to make sales tomorrow. We are talking about today. You need to make sales today. Tomorrow comes, you make another sale. So those sales need to be coming in. It needs to be coming in. And so make sure to put a sense of urgency. Make sure to put a sense of scarcity, that it's only available for 20 people. Only 20 people have a slot. So if you don't hurry to pay now, you're going to lose a slot. Okay, so that has worked for me several times. Like, I've used that several times, and I'll make it that 20. After this slot, there's no order. People that come and tell them the slot has ended, you're paying the original price. You're paying at the perceived value. You're paying the perceived value, not the promo value anymore. So it makes people trust you. Next time when you say, oh, this is only for 20 people, they know you're going to keep to your words, because after those 20, in fact, personally, I use proof. Okay, so I tell you, 20 people are the only people that can sign up for this class at so and so amount of money. Once all the slots are taken, the price goes back to its original value. So I begin to post on my social media platform. When I have 10 people that have registered, I post it. 10 people have registered for this class. You only have 10 slots left. So people get to know that you're not joking, like they are seeing it, and they will want to make sure that they get their own slots before the 20 slots are taken. Okay, so that works in selling. Make sure to add a sense of urgency and a sense of scarcity. Let's not just be always available. Even if you can procrastinate, okay, I'll register for the class tomorrow, I'll register for the class next month. Let them see that it is urgent and scarce. Okay, now another component of an offer is what? Social proof. Social proof. Now, social proof involves you telling us why we should trust you or why we should believe you. Okay, people are always afraid to give their money to people, especially now that social media or the internet is now what everybody uses. I mean, there are many scammers out there, guys. I have been scammed before. Truth be told, personally, I have been scammed before. Someone said that he is a TV and can help in publicity, blah blah blah. When I wanted to run a program earlier this year, around January, okay, there was this competition I wanted to run. So the person was like, I'm a TV, this so and so TV, and I help people to broadcast their programs to get more clicks and get more people to register, blah blah blah. Guys, I believed. Like, that was the first time I have been scammed, and that's actually the last, because it's not going to happen again. I was just out of the euphoria of the proofs. The person even sends me proof that see how many persons that watches his status, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, it's just 500 naira. What do I stand to lose? It's nothing. So if it's wrong, if it's a scam, it's only 500 naira. But let me just give it a try. So out of euphoria, out of the excitement, guys, I pulled out 500 naira and I gave my guy. And I actually did my research too, because these people would always come, like they will always come like they are real. I actually went on Facebook and browsed that particular TV, and I saw there was a TV like that. Okay, but then the problem with that was that the Facebook group was actually a closed group, so I could not have access to the content of the group. But I saw that the group had about 1,000 followers. Okay, so I was like, okay, that means it's legit. People are following it, and it actually works, guys. I put my hand inside my purse and I paid 500 naira, and that was the end of it. The guy did not chat me up. The guy did not reply my message. The guy was even viewing my messages, all the messages I was sending. How far have you done it? Has it been done? Send me a proof that you've actually posted it. The guy said nothing for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and the guy was reading my messages, was saying nothing. There was nothing I could do about it, because I had already given my money and I have been scammed. Guys, I cleaned my eyes and I told myself, never again, like never again would I be scammed that way. So the truth is that for me now, as someone that have been scammed online, I'm going to be very, very careful, and I won't just see a product online and send money for that product or pay for that product when I've not trusted the person enough. So don't just think that because you have 1,000 followers online, or because you're selling something online, that people are going to be willing to pay for that product. No, people are scared to be scammed, because many people have scammed them a lot. In fact, when I was running one of my ads, someone sent me a message and said, how sure am I that you're legit, that he has been scammed several times. Am I really sure he's going to? Is that it was actually a cold client. When I mean cold, I mean someone that does not know me. He just saw my ads and then he decided to, click the ads. I told him you can trust. I actually told him that he can trust me, and but then I didn't just stop there. I actually sent him to my Facebook. I sent him to my YouTube, and I gave him social proofs. Okay, I gave him social proofs on why he should trust me, and he gladly did and paid for the class and joined the class. So he finally knew that it was not scam. So people are afraid of taking risk. They're actually afraid of, paying for things online. That thing that they say, what I ordered versus what I got. It's common with online products. Okay, so you have to use social proof so that people can trust you enough to pay for that product. And I'm being very, very intentional about sharing my personal experience with us, so we know that I'm not just giving us theory. Okay, I'm not just giving us things that are in the books, but I'm giving us things that have worked for me time and time again. So it works for everyone. It works all the time. Okay, it works. Like, people are actually scared of paying for a product that they don't know who is selling, or they don't have any level of communication or relationship with that person. So for you to run an ad, for you to sell something online, you really have to convince your clients, you really have to convince your prospects to pull out money to pay. So that's why you have to use what? Social proofs. Please, before I continue, I want to encourage you, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do also just click the subscribe button right now, guys, and subscribe. Okay, if you've not liked this video too, please do well to like the video, so it will help to, YouTube will help to promote the video to other people to watch as well. Okay, so please like, turn on your notification bell, and subscribe. Don't forget, guys, subscribe. All right. Okay, so use social proofs. Okay, make sure you're using social proofs. You can use things like a money payback guarantee. Like, just tell them, if I don't do this, I will give you back your money. Okay, that works sometimes. Okay, use different social proofs. Okay, you can share a story, you can share a proof of what you've been doing, what how many people you have trained, how many years of experience you have. If you've had like 4 years of experience, you tell them, I've had 4 years of experience, I've done this for over 4 years, and I've trained so and so number of students in this class, and see, you share what experiences. Okay, because people don't want to be scammed. They would want you to assure them that you can reduce the risk of them being what? Scammed. So you have to use social proofs. Let them see your social media platform. Let them see, go to your YouTube page. Let them go to your website. Give them proofs to make them believe that you actually was legit, and it works all the time. Okay, it helps in making what? Your offer work. Now, number 6 component of your offer is testimonials. Okay, including testimonials in your copy or in your offer makes it more legit. Now, testimonials are things that people have already done in the past. Okay, testimonies that people have already given you in the past. So it can be your conversation with people that you just screenshot and send, or it can be testimonies from your classes that you just screenshot and send, or it can even be reviews from people that have used your product. That's why I encourage just that when you're just starting out, you can give your friends your product to test and write reviews for you. So you can also use it as part of your testimonials to gain more clients. Okay, so this is very, very important, and this is also for your cold and warm audience. Now, your cold and warm audience are those that do not really know you. Okay, your hot audience are those that are following you bumper to bumper. They are really into you. Okay, they like what you're doing, they enjoy whatever you're doing, and they are out there to help you. They're out here to patronize you. They've trusted you so much, and they know you're legit. That's your hot audience. But for your cold audience or your warm audience, those that are just getting to know you, those that saw your ads and they've not really had any relationship with you, you definitely need to use testimonials to convince them. Okay, because that would work for them. All right, now number 7 is sell benefits, results, and not features. Okay, before I go into that, Anita said, I just see it as a polite way of interrupting someone in the middle of something. Didn't know it was wrong. Okay. I get what you're saying now. Okay. So yeah, sorry to bother you. It's really, I know several times I've told people that and I said don't worry, that they don't really like hearing that. Okay, you're already bothering me, so why are you sorry about that? Just go on and say what you want to say. Okay. So yeah, people do not really like, especially when you're selling. Okay, you're already painting that picture that you're already bothering them. So there's no need for that. Just go straight and say what you want to say. Okay. All right. Um. So number 7, I know actually that word, Anita, that word we use it especially when we want to address an older person. Oh, sorry, sir. Sorry that I'm bothering you. That actually looks quite polite. Okay. But when you're making a sell, just avoid that word. Sorry to bother you. Avoid it. Okay. So you don't look salesy. You don't actually give them that picture that you're bothering them, because if you've been disturbing them to buy your product and then you're coming to say sorry to bother you, you're actually reminding them again that you've actually been bothering them. Okay. So avoid that when you're making sales. Avoid that when you're trying to sell or convince someone to buy your products. Okay. So number 7 ingredient of your copy is the benefits. Okay, you should sell results in your copy. You should sell results whenever you're selling a product. Don't sell the future, sell results. Okay, what has this thing done for other people? Apply it in your own copy or apply it in your own product. Okay, use in your own product and then sell to them. Don't just write your copy and then run off. Okay, tell them what the product has already been planned to do for them, what the product stands to do for them, what they stand to gain, how they stand to benefit from the product, and it's going to be easier for them to patronize you. Okay, now there are 3 levels of offer. Okay, we are still discussing irresistible offers. There are 3 levels of offers. Okay, number 1 is the low ticket offer, number 2 is the mid ticket offer, and number 3 is the high ticket offer. Now these are 3 levels of offers, and you use them at different times to reach out to different audience. Okay. Now, what is the low ticket offer? Low ticket offer is more like the entry point. For example, you're just starting out. Maybe after this class now, you want to start your copywriting journey, and you want to start by teaching other people copywriting. Okay. As an entry point, you have to start with what? A low ticket offer. So you can easily start with, okay, join my copywriting class for free. So you're not charging them for the copywriting class. They are joining the copywriting class for free. You're not paying for it. Okay. Now, that is low ticket. Low ticket can also be 1K offer, where you're just selling an ebook or a product at 1,000 naira, and the value is actually worth more than that, but you just want to use that to get clients. You just want to use that to get funnels, okay, to get people to come and test and see that you actually have value to offer. So that was actually how I started mine. Started first by saying free entry, come into my class free, and then secondly I then say, okay, pay 1,200 naira before the price are increasing. So I believe that people now trust the fact that I'm actually into this, and they know me as an authority and have added value to their life, and they will be able to pay. They can't pull out a higher price to pay for the class. Okay, so basically it works. Let people get value first for free or at a very low price before you start upselling. Okay, so you can use the low ticket offer to start up as an entry point to get your funnel, okay, to get your clients and build your list. Now number 2 is the mid ticket offer. The mid ticket offer is ranging from, let's say, 10,000 naira to let's say 2,000 naira to 100,000 naira. Okay, now in this mid ticket, you've already sold to these people initially, you've already given them value. You're now upselling. Okay, so you're now selling at a higher price than what they got initially, and that is where you can have your consultation, your mentorship class. People that would, after they have gained insight from your low ticket class, they now meet you and say, okay, I want you to mentor me, I want you to be my coach, I want you to teach me more on this, I want to have one-on-one time with you. This is where it comes in. So you can then begin to charge them between 20K to 100K. That's the mid ticket offer. Now the high ticket offer are for those that are wealthy and those that want class. Okay, So they want a high class offer. They want to have one-on-one session with you. They even want you to help them do stuff like they want you to write the copy for them for their website. They want you to write a copy for their products. They want you to help them build their social media platforms. You get stuff like that. So people on that class are people that can actually charge more from 100K and above, okay? Because they want high class, they want premium, they want exclusive, and they want to do it for them. Now that brings me to the three different forms of words of offer. Now the three different forms is number one, the do it yourself offer. Okay, so in that class, that is where you have your ebooks. You can write an ebook or write a course and then sell that course at a lower price, at a very affordable price. Okay, you sell the ebook, you sell the course, you sell the training, you sell a template. Okay, you've already done it for them, just for them to buy it and then use. Okay, that is what done for you offer. Okay, sorry, do it yourself offer. So you as the person, as the seller, you do everything and then you give out for people to buy. You prepare a course and then people get to buy it. Now number two is do with you, that's done with you offer. Okay, done with you offer. So you actually do it with them, and that includes walking them through a class, walking them through how to set up their website, walking them through how to write a copy. That's one on you're coaching these people on how to do it, so they learn how to do it and they do it themselves. Okay, so they are actually doing it with you because you're showing them in tricks of how to do it. So that is the done with you offer. Now the third offer is the done for you offer. The first one is do it yourself, that's DIY. You do it and sell it to them. The second one is the done with them, that's um DWY, done with you. So that one you're doing it with them. But the third class is the done for you. In this class, in this class, you're doing it for them, in the sense that you're writing the copy for their website and they are getting to pay you. You're setting up the website for them. This class are those that just want to fold their arms and have everything done for them. Okay, so it's actually a one-on-one, unlike the do it yourself, the DIY, where you're already preparing a course to sell. In the done for you is that you're doing it customized. It's customized, so it's specific for a particular client. So the clients will just employ you for you to write a copy for their website or for their landing page or run an ad for them. And those ones are actually the ones where you can actually charge higher. That is the high ticket clients, high ticket offer, where you can actually charge them so well for you to do that work for them. Hope you understand. Okay, so these are the three forms and the three types of offer that you can use. Now, why don't offer sell? We're still looking at offer. I mean, there's a lot to learn from offer. Why would you make an offer and then it's not sell? Number one, it's either because people don't trust you. Okay, it's either you've not gained people's trust. It's either you are afraid of failing, or it's either you have imposter syndrome. Like, these things have stopped many people from actually making offers or selling, because you feel, okay, people are better than me, I'm not even ready, I don't even have anything to offer in this class. For those of us that, when I did my first class, like, it was a bit tedious for me because this was the first class I was running. I didn't have an idea of what a WhatsApp class is like. So it really kept me on my toes, because I mean, I had promised these people that I'm going to teach them this and that. It kept me on my toes, and I had to constantly, prepare classes, prepare lectures, get stuff ready, and make sure I deliver, because I didn't want to fail. Okay, so that is how it's going to be when you're starting out for the first time. It's going to look as though, okay, I am not ready for this. Oh God, what am I going to do? How am I going to put this together? A whole lot of pressure is going to be on your head. But you really have to start. If not, you won't make sales. If not, your offer will not work. If you can't sell your product well, then you don't expect another person to sell your product well. Okay, so you are the first marketer of your product. You should be the first marketer of your product. You should carry your own product on your head like ice cream. Like granuts. Okay, so it's going to be easier for other people to carry the same product on their head as well. So make sure that you build trust, and then you believe in your product, and then you deal with imposter syndrome. Yes, people are better than you, but you still have something to offer people. Don't think that your class that you're charging 3,000 naira is too much. Make sure you're just adding as much value as possible. Okay, you have a lot of things, a lot of potentials in you that you can share with people. Don't just hide under the shadow of your inabilities or your weaknesses. Just know that you can deal with that imposter syndrome and come out to make offer to people with confidence. Rusen Brewston, yes, a guy that actually owns ClickFunnels website, spent 1 hour trying to convince people to purchase his products, to pay for his website. Okay, and he was actually confident in it. He confidently pitched his product, confidently shared the offer, explained the perceived value of the product, and actually how much he's selling it. And he was confidently doing that. I mean, it was over $11,000, and then he finally sold it at 2,000 and something dollars. That was a whole lot, but he didn't reduce his voice when he was selling. He kept increasing his voice. Like, he maintained the tempo, and he was confidently using social proof, using testimonials, using storytelling. He was able to pitch his product in a TED talk, okay, in a conference, 10x conference, actually, in a 10x conference, and he was able to deliver. So these are the things that you must do in order for you to sell. If not, you're definitely going to do sales. Okay, you're going to have offer. Yes, people will not buy your products. So we have looked at three basic things. First of all, 10 emotional triggers. Secondly, we have looked at 10 sales secrets. And then thirdly, we have looked at irresistible offers, the ingredients, the types, the forms, and why your offer would not sell. Okay, and how to make your offer sell. So these are the things that we have looked at so far. Now we have two more things to do before we call it a night, and I'm going to rush through that very, very quickly. The number 4 thing we say we are going to learn is how to close deals, and I'm going to just give 2 instances. Now, the first instance is assuming someone meets you and tells you that they will get back to you. Okay, you're selling a product and someone meets you and say, "Oh, don't worry, I'll get back to you." What would you say? Before I respond to that, I want to hear our comments on the comment section. Let me know if you are still with us. Number 1, okay, 2 questions now. Number 1, tell me the 3 types of offer we have, the 3 forms of offer we have. Number 2, answer the question. If someone tells you as a business owner, you're trying to sell the product to this person, and the person tells you, "I will get back to you," what is going to be your response? Okay, we are talking about how to close deals, how to make sure that your clients that chatted you up actually pay for the product and are satisfied. That is what we are looking at now. So if someone tells you, "I will get back to you," what would you say? Let me hear our comments on the comment section very quickly, because we are trying to call it a night. We are trying to round up for the night that we could go and rest. I can't wait to really share with us exactly what I would say if I was to be in this position. I mean, several times I've lost clients. I've lost people that started me up. They wanted to buy a product, but then along the line, they never really paid for the product. They just dashed out. Okay. So I had to intentionally go to learn how to close deals, to make sure that I'm able to close every single deal that comes my way and not leave the person going out without having my product. So I want to hear what you would say. Assuming I'm to buy your product and I tell you, "Anita, I will get back to you." Or I say, "Ijoma, don't worry, I'll get back to you." Okay, what would you tell me? Let me hear your comment on this comment section. Okay, from all of this, I gather sales is the psychology of persuasion. I like that, Anita. Yes, sales is the psychology of persuasion. You really have to persuade people. Yes. Okay, Ijoma said types of offer, beautiful. Low ticket offer, mid ticket offer, high ticket offer. Thank you so much. You're following actually. I'm excited that we are following through this. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Okay, so now let's get straight to closing deals. Okay, so how do you close a deal? Someone tells you, "I will get back to you." What would you tell the person? So first thing you must notice that there are several things that go on in the mind of your customers or clients that you don't know about. Okay, there are several things that go on in the mind of your clients that you don't know about. So the best way to find out is to do what? Is to find out, is to ask questions. So you must learn to ask your clients questions, okay? Learn to follow up your clients, learn to ask them questions, and get to find out what they are thinking. So a client comes and tells you that he or she will get back to you, and you don't even know why. So why would you just say okay and walk away? I mean, why would you do that? Okay. So basically, you shouldn't just tell the person, okay, that's fine, I'll wait for your response. No, ask a follow-up question, read the mind of your clients, get to know what they are thinking. So if it's me, what I would say, I would ask the person, what would it take for you and I to close a business today? What will it take for you and I to do business today? Yes. I mean, you're saying you get back to me, but I really want us to do a business today. I really want you to buy from me. So, what will it take for you and I to do business today? Or I could ask, what part of the deal are you not comfortable with? Okay, Ijoma said forms of offer, DIYs, done with you, done for you. Beautiful, beautiful. Ijoma was, I really like your energy tonight. Okay, all right, that's great. Okay, so I'll probably tell the person what will it take for me for you and I to do business today, or which part of the deal or which part of my offer are you not comfortable with, which part don't you like. So this is just a way of me getting to know why he or she says I will get back to you. Like, why won't the person just pay now? Is my price too high? Am I offering something that the person does not want? Are my specifics not the person's specifics? Okay, and my specific not really their specifics. So Ijoma is asking what closing a deal means. Okay, so I think I should explain that first before I go to talking about how to close a deal. So closing deal means that you're actually getting your clients to pay. A client that is hesitant, a client that is dragging his or her feet to pay for your product. Okay, you have finished giving the client the whole details the client needs to know about your product, and yes, the client is finding it difficult to pull out money to pay for that product. So closing a deal means that you're convincing, you're persuading the client to actually pay. Okay, so closing a deal, you know that moment where okay, you shake hands with the person and say okay, deal closed. So we have entered a contract, or we have entered an agreement, or we have agreed that you're buying the product and you're paying for it. So that is what closing a deal actually means. Okay, so hope you understand now. So you don't just have clients that come to ask you questions, how is your product, how will I get my product, how will I get my money, blah blah blah. You don't just have clients that are asking lots of questions, but you also have clients that are willing to pay you for the product. Okay, so closing deal means that the person has signed and sealed that he or she is paying for the product, or he or she is employing your services and patronizing you. Okay, so that is a closed deal. So now the question is, someone comes and says, I'll get back to you because you want to sell a product to this person. The person says, I'll get back to you. What is going to be your reaction? Like, what are you going to say? What are you going to tell this person? Okay, I just say she understands better now. That's beautiful. That's fine. So basically, what you'd have to do is just ask this person, why is it that you're not buying this product now? Okay, what will it take for you and I to close a deal? What will it take for you and I to do business today? Which part of this offer don't you like, or are you not comfortable with? Basically, okay. So that way you get to find out what's in their mind. Are they actually afraid of the price? Are they afraid of the product? Are they not comfortable with the service? Or is there something else they want? Is there something else they are looking out for that we don't have? So they might finally buy, they might finally not buy the product, but just by asking them that question, you're able to clearly understand what's in their mind, what they are thinking, and how exactly to go about it. Okay, so you're able to understand what is going on in their mind and why they're not able to pay for that product at that time. So make sure to keep the conversation going until you find out what it's in their mind. Okay, so you have to ask follow-up questions. Okay, you say you're not ready to pay for this product now. Is it because the money is not available, or the price is too high, or the product is not satisfactory, or you just want to make inquiry? So ask follow-up questions, and you find that most times what they're actually afraid of are things that you can easily handle. Okay, so one of the skills I say you must learn as a salesperson, as a marketer, is the skill of what? handling objections. You must learn how to handle objections. You must learn how to handle the fears of your clients. Whenever they are afraid of taking the risk of paying or buying your product, you must learn how to handle those challenges at that time. You must learn how to handle those objections and provide answers for them. Okay, provide answers that will satisfy them and will convince them to buy your product. So these are the questions you ask the person to find out. Then if there are objections, if there are fears in their hearts, then you'll be able to answer it. If they are afraid of delivering what they did not order for, or they are afraid of not having it getting in time, you definitely have to handle those objections. Okay, so I'm glad we are together. You're welcome. Okay, Chuku, we can see you. You're welcome. Now, the second objection, the second thing I want to analyze, the second thing I want us to discuss under closing deals is this question: how much is it? Okay, so a client meets you and is asking you how much is this product. Now, there are two ways to look at this. If the person is asking you how much it is at the beginning of your sale, like you're just discussing with this person, and the person just enters your DM, the person have not even asked much about your product or your service. The person does not really know what you're selling, and the person is already asking how much. Okay, people just want to come and then find out how much, and then they disappear, and definitely that's what is in the person's mind. And by telling the person the amount of that product is definitely going to scare the person away, or just cut off the conversation at that point. So basically what you do, if it's at the beginning of a conversation, is to divert the question or reverse the question. Okay, so you don't just move straight forward and then answer and state the price. Okay, you try to throw back a follow-up question. You try to give the person more information about your product. Always be in charge of your product. Okay, always be in charge of your conversation when you're closing a deal. Don't always leave your clients to be directing how the conversation is going to be. Be in charge of that conversation. Okay, so make sure that you are asking the right questions and you're leading the conversation. Like, lead the person on to what you want the person to know or ask or get information on. So the person is asking how much is it at the beginning of a conversation, when the person does not even know the benefits of your product. Now, what would you tell the person? You tell the person, it depends on exactly what you're looking for. Why don't you go ahead and tell me what you are looking for, so I would be in a better position to describe to you what the product can do for you and if we can solve the problem. So that way you're throwing back a question to this person and wanting to keep the conversation ongoing until you find out what the person is looking for and you understand what the person is thinking about your product at that time. Okay, good. I like what Anita Rose said. Why do you have to get back later and not now? That is another good question. Okay, because this question is going to make the person actually say what is in the person's mind, and the person is going to spill out, like open up and tell you what their challenge is, which you can solve or help them solve. Okay, good. So the person is saying how much is it at the beginning of your sale. So you tell the person it depends on what you're looking for, because of course it depends on what the person is looking for, because you have different offers that you're giving depending on what the person is looking for. So tell the person it depends on what you're looking for. Then ask the next follow-up question: why don't you just go ahead and tell me what you're looking for or your specifics, and I'll let you know if we have the products available or if we can help you with the challenges. So, or you ask another follow-up question that will just make the person discuss or disclose what he or she's looking out for. Now, assuming it's at the end of a conversation, the person have asked you all the questions and you've given the person all the answers. The person knows about your product, the person knows about your service, the person knows about your offer, and also knows the constituents, the components of what you're selling. Then the person now comes to that point where he or she needs to know the price, and the person asks, and the person is asking, how much is it? Okay, we have cleared every other information. I know every other thing about your product. I now want to know how much it is. What would you say? Okay, so at this point, the person has information that will help the person or guide the person to make a decision. So basically what I advise you to is tell the person the price, but don't stop there. Yes, tell the person the price of the product, but don't stop there. Now the next question you're going to ask the person is that okay with you? Is that something you can afford? Does it match what your budget is? So ask the next follow-up question. Okay, ask the next follow-up question. Let the person get to answer a question of purchasing or not purchasing. Of course, the option there should not be not purchasing. The option there should be actually purchasing. Okay. So, but then ask the next follow-up question that is going to make the person say something about purchasing the product. So, is that okay with you? Is that within your budget? When are we going to clear the paperwork so you could get your products delivered to you? Should I go ahead and send the account number so you could have your product delivered as soon as possible? Or you can even go ahead and give the person more details. I mean, okay, so it is so amount of money and your product can get to you within 2 days if you make your order today. And we have a 10% discount that is lasting for just 2 days. So if you're able to make the payment in the next 24 hours, you'll be able to get your product in 2 days and at the price that we are giving out away at the moment. That's the promo price. So are you ready to have the product? Are you ready to get the product delivered to you? The person will say yes. Then you go ahead and forward your account number or forward the payment details and have the person pay and you deliver. Okay. So always learn to lead conversations as a salesperson, as a marketer, and always learn to follow up. Okay. Always learn to ask the next leading question. Don't just stop there. Don't just leave your client to be the last person to drop a message, especially if you're having conversation with this person on WhatsApp or on YouTube, or sorry, on WhatsApp or on Facebook Messenger. If you're having this conversation with this person on those platforms, let the last message not be from the person. Let it be from you. Okay. Lead the conversation, ask the next question, make the final conclusions, and make sure you close that deal and the person is paying you for the particular product you're selling. Okay. So these are things that you get to say when you ask these questions. Okay. All right. So finally, for the ninth, how will you retain your client? How will you retain your client? You've been able to close deals. You've been able to know exactly how to make an offer for your clients. You've been able to learn emotional triggers to use. The final thing for the ninth is, how do you follow up your clients and how do you retain your clients? Okay, what you must do and what you must not do. Okay, now when you're following up your clients, please do not be salesy. Okay, do not be salesy. Do not go with so much enthusiasm. Okay, do not be enthusiastic. Don't go in with so much force as per I am here to give you this and blah blah blah, blah, and you begin to rattle. No, try and understand the pace of your customer. Dan Lok, I was watching one of Dan Lok's videos, and he said that mirroring works a lot. Like mirror your customer. Okay, that is why you really have to do your research. If you're selling to someone that is an introvert, someone that is quiet, and then you're coming and then you're doing all the gymnastic and all the talking, you probably might not get to that person. But if someone is a very quiet and calculative person, you might want to just sit down and study the person a while and also mimic what the person is doing. It's going to help for what? For connectivity. It's really going to help you to connect with that person. Okay, so try as much as you can not to go in with so much enthusiasm and just sell everything in your head and just let it out to sell to that person. No, try as much as you can to understand your clients and then relate with them. Okay, then always remember not to be salesy. Okay, if you're selling on social media platform, if you're selling on WhatsApp or anywhere, don't always bombard your clients each time with messages. Hello, I'm texting to remind you that I am still selling this product, I'm still available, blah 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 blah. Don't always do that. Okay, don't always put pressure on your customer so they will not regret ever having you around or start avoiding you. So please try as much as you can to avoid that. But rather, what you can do is, of course, always chat them up, build trust, share testimonies, share concerns, ask them questions, be interested in what they do as well. Okay, be interested in, if they have their own business, be interested in their business, watch their own status and reply and send them comments. Okay, get into their shoes and let them feel connected to you. then you can always chip in your product once in a while. Sometimes you don't even need to keep disturbing. Just by your daily online posts or your daily WhatsApp status that they are seeing, it will keep being a reminder for them to actually purchase your product. So don't always put pressure on your clients. Don't always write posts that sell, okay, all the time. You can write a product today that just informs, that educates, okay, that teaches, and then next up you then write a product that sells, okay. So learn to give value. The more you give value, the more it's easy for you to follow up your clients. All those content that people create on WhatsApp, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, all those non-selling content are actually there to create attention, okay. Get the attention of your clients and retain them, because as you're getting their attention and retaining them, it's going to be easier for them to purchase when they are seeing what you're selling, okay. So it's also a way of following up your clients by giving them value all the time. Use your WhatsApp status, use personal messages to them, use your Facebook posts and other social media posts. Use it as a follow-up message, as a follow-up, as a reminder that, okay, I'm still here in market and I'm here to give you value, okay. So the more they see you're giving them value, the more it's easier for you to actually sell to them, okay. So follow up, that's the way to follow up. Now if you have their email list, it's also another way to follow up your clients, okay. Use email sequences work. You can use MailChimps, okay. MailChimp is an app that helps you send messages to a very large number of a very large number of persons in your email list, okay. So you get your email list, you upload it in MailChimp, and then you send messages, and you can even schedule messages, okay, in sequences, that after this message, the next message is going to send in 3 days, the next message is going to send in 6 days. And so those mail sequences just stand as what reminders. And I think I've mentioned it in class, and I must mention it again, that you must start building up your mail, because social media might one day go down. Facebook is already having issues, self. Like it's already having issues. So all these things might actually go down one day. And if they go down, how are you going to sustain your sales? Okay. How are you going to keep selling to your clients if you don't have an email list? So do well to build an email list. As you're selling to people, gather their email list and then send it to your MailChimp so you can always follow them up. Emails will always be here. It will never go, even when other social media platforms go. So make sure you're building an email list, okay. So use your email list to follow up your clients. Make sure you're not salesy, you're not always selling with every post you're making. Even with the email post you're making, you can just drop a, hey Faith, we just sent a message to know how you're doing. We created so and so ebook and want to give it to you for free. Click the link and enjoy your copy, enjoy the post, okay, or enjoy the book. So that's a value you're adding to people. So next post, when you're saying, okay, we actually have another product which we have created just for you, and this is going to help you know how to write an ebook. It's going to teach you the intrigues of an ebook and teach you how to sell an ebook. 5 people have actually made use of this particular, or 15 or 50 people have actually made use of this particular template, and it has helped them to make 10x the amount they used to make before now. So this will definitely work for you. Click the link to make the payment and blah 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 blah. So that way you're alternating it with value and also selling, okay. So let all your email posts not be about selling. Let's also intertwine. Let's also be intertwined with value, and it's really going to lure people to, you know, connect with you and then patronize you, okay. Now another way to actually follow up your clients is also through your social media posts, like I mentioned. Posting consistently to, you know, educate them and inform them. It's going to grow your audience, it's going to grow your social media platforms, and it's going to attract more clicks to you, okay, because they will see you as an authority, and the more they see you as an authority, the more they can easily buy your products. That is what social media influencers do. They gather those people together in their different platforms and give them so much value that they trust them so much. And whenever they want to sell, they sell and they make money because they have already become an authority in that field or in that niche. Okay. So these are different ways that you can use to follow up your clients. Then when it also comes to WhatsApp, okay, one-on-one interaction, can also follow up people there. People always want to be reminded, okay? And when you're reminding them, just make sure that you're not just reminding them alone, but you're also giving them value, okay? You can share with them. I had a YouTube live session yesterday where I taught and so this, and I thought you could just check it out because it will also help you build your email list, or it will also help you make more sales. So that is the value you've given to them. Then next time you can then come and start selling to them or asking them for to patronize your business, and they would willingly want to because they've seen that you have so much value, and whatever class you're running or whatever product you're selling will also be as valuable as the previous value you're giving them. That helps you build trust as well. Okay, so that is it. Then finally, for retaining your clients, okay, to retain your clients, you really have to be intentional about them. Number one, gain their trust, okay? Make sure that the first product, the first delivery you're giving them, the first thing you're saying to them, that you're actually doing your best to deliver appropriately, okay? You're delivering on time, you're gaining their satisfaction, and you're, if there are mistakes you made, apologize. Sometimes when you lose a customer the first time, it's going to be hard for them to come back again. So you really have to intentionally, deliver in time, make sure they find satisfaction, make sure you satisfy them. They won't just be regular customers. They will actually help you to get more customers because they will keep spreading the news of how excellent your work is. And so other people get to patronize you as well. Okay. So make sure to deliver on time, be punctual, make sure that there are no hitches, make sure the delivery comes in at the particular time, make sure you don't cheat them, make sure that you respond to clients immediately. All these people that used to have WhatsApp chats and 2 days, 3 days, well, I used to be victim of that. 2 days, 3 days, you've not replied messages. It actually has a way of dampening the spirit of your clients. What if they wanted something urgently and you're not there to help or deliver? They will find somewhere else or someone else that will help them with that product, and that way you're losing them. Okay, so always do well to reply your chats and then get people to follow up people, watch their status, comment on their personal lives, comment on their businesses, comment on what they do, build a stronger bond with them, and to make them always remember that okay, you're also selling something. Okay, it has actually worked in the past that someone that I was constantly chatting, following up, now on her own, without me even reminding her that I was selling, just said, okay, so you sell so and so thing. Okay, I want so and so thing and I want it delivered at so and so time. So that communication was open and it was easy for her to actually make another order for what I was selling. So it happens. Make sure you keep in contact with your client that patronized you before. Get reviews from them. Spread their own news. Okay, if they are selling something, carry what they are selling on your head as well. Like, advertise them. You can share them on your social media platform. Celebrate them. Celebrate your client. Send them new month messages. Send them new updates about your product. Send them tips on how to make their own business work or on what you're selling. Give them value. Okay, it helps to keep them because they will keep patronizing you again and again until you become a routine in their life that they can't do without. Okay, until you become a routine in their life that they would always come back to you, and by the time they patronize you for 1 year, they will probably lose interest in whatever other people have to sell, and they'll keep patronizing you. There's one person my mother always patronized, and one thing I like about that person is that she's always giving my mom updates. Okay, if there's an increase in price, she would tell my mom. She was quite sincere. If there's a change in components, even if there's a change in the texture of the product or the constituents, she would tell my mom, okay, the components have actually changed. They added this, they added that. She was just giving updates. Like, my mom was carried along. And rarely would you see market people do that. Okay, people always want to be selfish and then get to cut, like, because you're already their customer, they want to actually take more money from you. Okay, which is totally wrong. When the person finds out that you're actually charging the person more than what other people charges, okay, you're definitely going to lose the trust of that person, of that client. Okay, so even if you're increasing price, tell the person the price increase and this is the reason. Be open and sincere with your clients. Okay, whether you have a market, physical market, or you have an online market, be open with your clients and share with them what your product is offering, or why there's an increase in price, or if there's a new development, or um a new substance that be included as well. Be open with them and share with them. Let them know what is happening and make their decisions to stick with you, because they are going to trust you enough never to lie to them and to give them updates on what is right. Okay. So that way you're able to retain your customers. Then also learn to give your customers promo, like give them free gifts. The more you give them free gifts, the more it's easier for them to patronize you again. Like, you actually appreciate them. One of my friends do that. I patronize her a lot. She's studying something here in school. So because of that, December period or during a special period, she will give a gift, a free gift to her regular customers. And it's encouraging because I get some free extra gifts, and I feel I am appreciated. I'm a customer that is wanted. Okay. So that works as well in maintaining your customers. Give them free gifts, visit them, celebrate them, be part of their life and their routine. And it's going to be easy for them to keep patronizing you because you have become family. Following up clients is not actually easy. Keeping in contact with them is not easy because you have a lot of things to do. And at that point, you feel like, okay, since they are not buying, let me not stress myself. But no, it's actually helping you, and it's going to keep helping you to even hit bigger gigs. Okay, I get bigger clients. Now if you're following up online, always also do well to chat them up, reply their own comments, reply their own chats, reply their own updates, their social media posts. Just be on their face. Okay, without really selling, be on their face, be around them. It's going to be easy for them to still patronize you and ask you for more of your products. So these are more things that you should do and what you shouldn't do, and how to retain your clients, and how to keep them coming back again and again, and how to make them keep patronizing you. So I really hope you've been able to learn a lot from this class. Someone shared a story recently. He said that he was actually with a keke person, and then he encouraged the keke man to include drinks. Okay, for the customers that will come to him, he should offer them free drinks. That was actually expensive on the part of this on the part of this keke man. But actually what he did was he opened up more doors for him to make more sales. So people actually became so comfortable with it. I feel like, this one that is offering extra thing. You don't just drive me, you give me cool song, and you even add a simple drink, to make me feel comfortable while you're driving. So it actually made him get more gigs. Like, people then began to call him for, different runs and errands, and booking him for transport, booking him for different driving gigs. Okay. So he was able to have even one-on-one, like home delivery, not just come and pick me from here and here. Like, people actually entered contracts with him. So he now became like a family driver, like driving the children to school, driving people from place to place. So he was now busy and getting high ticket gigs, not just the regular keke and pick and drop, but getting high gigs. So why? Because he added an offer. And what was the offer? Just a little drink. So these are things that you could do. It might look like you're wasting your time and money at the initial time, but when you finally hit that big gig, you'll be glad that you actually made that offer. So offer works all the time, and I really want us to begin to apply these things. I really want us to begin to apply these things in our selling and in our writing of copies, because it's going to help us a lot. So we are going to call it a night here. I mean, we've actually tried and we've been able to cover up all the topics that we said we are going to cover up, including emotional triggers, including sales secrets, how to sell to anyone, anytime, any day, including irresistible offers, how to close deals, how to retain clients, how to follow up clients, do's and don'ts of selling and of copywriting. I've been able to touch these things, what you must do and what you must not do. So we've learned a lot, and I really hope we took notes. Like, I hope you're actually writing down. I encourage us to go back and, share these things, like apply these things rather in our whatever we are doing. Apply it in your selling, apply it in your copy, apply it in everything whatsoever that you're going to be doing that with regards to selling and marketing. Okay, so it's really going to work for you, and you're going to see results. So I want to hear testimonies from us. I want us to send in reviews in class. By the time we've applied these things and they are working, I want us to give feedback. Okay, has this thing been working for you? What and what were you able to apply? What and what were you able to do? Share with us, and I really hope to celebrate our testimonies with us as well. So we are going to meet again tomorrow, and tomorrow's class we are going to also cover up two different topics that we were not able to cover up last week. So we are trying to merge 2 days into one, so that by the end of this week we have taken every topic that we were supposed to take last week and this week. So entering next week, we then normalize the 1 hour class, and then finish up, because we're already rounding up. This is like the third week, and we are combining the lessons of the second and third week. Okay, by next week, after next week, we should then be rounding up to write our exams and conclude. Okay, so I believe you've been learning a lot about selling and about marketing, because that is the secret of being a good copywriter. You don't just want to write what people just read. You want to write what will convince people to buy a product, and you must know how to sell, you must know how to market, enough for you to do that effectively. So before we go, I want to see our comments on the comment section. What have you been able to learn from the class today? Just quickly, because time is not on our side. Quickly, what have you learned in today's class? What are your take homes? Let me hear our comments on the comment section before we call it a night. So share with us, what are your lessons? Anita, IJ, Kechuku, where are we? James, all those that joined today's class. Let's start sharing our lessons so we can call it a night. Okay, what have you learned? What have you learned from today's class? What are your take homes that you're going to start applying? What are you going to start doing differently? What are you taking home to go and start doing as a copywriter, an upcoming copywriter, as a marketer, whatever you are venturing into? What are your lessons? We've looked at emotional triggers, sales secrets, 10 emotional triggers actually, 10 sales secrets. We looked at 8, or rather 7 irresistible offers, the components of an irresistible offers. We looked at the forms of offers and the types of offers and why offers don't sell. We also looked at how to close deals, what you should say when your client says, I will get back to you, or when your client asks you how much is the product at the beginning of a conversation and at the end of a conversation, what you should say. We also looked at how to follow up your clients, how to retain your clients, do's and don'ts. Okay, so we've been able to discuss this things today, and I want to hear our lessons on the comment section. What have you learned? What are you taking home? What will you never ever forget from today's class? Okay, so let's share quickly, because my battery is also about running down, so you can call it a night. It's just 1% now, and soon be going off shortly. But thank God that it has carried us through the class today. And just like I said, I will see us tomorrow by 8 p.m. as well, so we get to also discuss further about copy. Tomorrow we're actually focusing on copy, how to write a copy. Okay, we are learning how to write a copy, a sales copy, an arts copy, and we're really going in depth into that. And I can't wait for you to learn that, because I mean, that is one of the major things that the copywriting class is going to teach us, how to write a copy. All right, so Ijoma said, I've learned a lot. I never knew this night, never even sleep. Okay, thank you so much, Ijoma. Thank you, I really appreciate. Glad that sleep left your eye because of this class. I'm excited. Thank you so much. You actually were quite resourceful. You were very, very resourceful in today's class, and you kept updating us about the lessons. And that was so beautiful for you. I think I should give the best student of the year, or of the class, of the training. I should give the best students of the training. Yeah, I should start considering that. That's beautiful. Thank you so much, Joma, for joining us. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I think I'll put the night here. We are done. Okay, thank you too. Thank you too. Oh, thank you, Ijoma. This means a lot. Thank you for your kind words. Thank you for your kind words, and I'm glad you learned quite a lot. I must sincerely apologize for the lightning here tonight. Okay, the lighting is not so bright, and I really want to apologize for that. It will keep getting better with time, just for a while. Okay, and also for the lightning, and then the whole voice issue you had initially. I'm glad it got better with time. Okay, so yes, it just will keep getting better, and subsequently we'll work towards having a better lightning for the class. Okay, so thank you all for your patience, and thank you all for your kind words, and I'm glad you learned a lot. Anita, okay, thank you so much. Glad you learned a lot. I urge us, please, please, and please make sure you practice. Okay, it's actually practicing that is going to help you imbibe or retain what you've learned so far. Okay, make sure you practice, and make sure you practice, and make sure you practice. All right, thank you all so much. We call it a night here. Let's have a wonderful night. Let's sleep tight, let's practice, and I'll see us tomorrow to discuss in depthly about copy. I can't wait for that topic, because that is the highlight of the class, where we are going to be talking about copy, how to write copy itself. And then on Saturday, we are going to be doing a practical where you're going to be writing a copy, and you're going to be seeing different samples of copies, and then you're going to start writing copy. I mean, we have spent 1 week without you writing copy, and this week, Saturday, we are starting to write our copy. So please make sure you're there in tomorrow's class, where I'll be explaining in-depthly on how to write a sales copy, an ads copy, landing page copy, every single thing about copy, email copy. We are going to learn a whole lot. So make sure you get your data and get ready. It's also going to be a 2-hour class, because we are combining 2 classes in one. Okay, so I'll see us tomorrow. Meanwhile, let's stay safe and let's keep practicing. Okay, Joma said I learned a lot, especially about emotional triggers and closing deals. I had thought that writing a copy is only about making use of good vocabularies like big words. Okay, my system are off. Why?